Oh boy. Okay, here we are. Hey everybody. We're just talking about
Hello.
automatic ballistas.
Is that a ghost or is that something hidden the camera?
If you're seeing a ghost, then you're the only one.
Yeah.
So hopefully Andrew survives the episode.
Yeah.
We would like to recap what went on last session, which started with
Boy.
Audra over in the possibly the ethereal plane. Not
I can
totally explained where.
I can start from there if someone else wants to. If someone wants to like take the baton afterwards.
Okay.
Audra after foolishly hacking down the quarterback, if you will, of the other team during the egg toss, or not the egg toss, the capture the egg, got like very very much downed very quickly by the rest of those orc thugs, and definitely like had a bit of an NDE, one of those near death experiences, and saw her sister and was like, I've made a mistake. I don't know what to do. And her sister's wish was like, please just don't die. So that's kind of, I guess, sort of Audra's modus operandi now. And then Audra went to the tent to rest up, and now she's got a big wicked scar on a chest. And that's pretty much all she did last episode. So I'll hand it over to whomever now.
I recall we were working to figure out what the answer to the knuckle situation would be, and then there were some stuff back and forth with Cammy and Cammy's prior man. That got a little nasty. Oh man. He was very upset to hear that his son is dead.
I think understandably so.
Understandably so.
I think that's.
Yeah. And, he doesn't want to face the fact that some of his old Empire buddies are probably to blame for that. And, so there's a loop there. He wants in on this revenge game, even though we've got it handled, but he's got to swing his junk in there and do his thing. So hopefully that doesn't complicate our revenge plot that we're working on.
I think the point to remember is that Chimera told him that the person she suspected who's involved was the person that they were talking with at the tavern.
Right, so he did
Yeah,
have
I totally
a clue.
divulged a little more than I should have. Absolutely.
So we're gonna face those consequences at some point.
Oh, also at the
We'd also-
tavern, Anwar and Audra switched rings. Anwar now has spell storing.
Yeah.
I now have protection. And I'm assuming everyone else knew this. I didn't realize Ring of Spell Storing, unless you're saying otherwise with these, Richard, Ring of Spell Storing still stores anybody's spells. Anybody can put it in there. It does not have to be the bearer.
Correct.
Which I think is even more helpful, because then if you want, extra heals or abjuration, Ryan, I can give them to you,
Yep.
Yeah, so the thing is, when I was thinking about this, mentioning it last time, is the way that it would have worked is the ring is attuned to Audra. So if Audra died, the idea of like, you just use the ring and you'll revive me wouldn't have worked.
Right,
Because
yeah.
Audra was the one that was attuned to the ring. So
Indeed.
Right. We're
Wouldn't
covering
have
some
worked that
bases with this.
Yeah, it was a smart swap all around, I think.
But we had a tense dinner conversation with Knuckle, trying to figure out where he's been. He's mentioned that he's been around pretty much all over, but mainly the southern lands, kind of exploring what the Empire's been up to. And while he can't say for sure why they're still there, there does seem to be something going on, especially in the Castle Hill area, where kids have been going missing. There might be a correlation to Chimera's son, as well as other kids that are going missing, something with the candy store, and the Empire's presence there. The Madam is also still MIA or around that areas, we think. So there's a lot of funky stuff going on there. So
Yeah,
the
I
gang
think you guys
has...
were told at some point the Madam went down south as well to be closer to the action where the Empire was.
The gang has resolved to... oh, they also hit up Arantis, who we believe that undead or vampire are involved in the death of Chimera's son. So he was basically like, "Don't move, I'll be there." And then, so
And then we moved.
and then we're like, "Well, meet us here." And he's like, "Okay." I think he texts like the way Kanye texts. That's just like, "Do not move, I'll be right there." And so we resolved that we were going to first figure out Audra's beef with Lopaw, and then go and investigate the Castle Hill area for clues as to what happened to the missing children, to the Chimera's son, and why the Empire is still there.
We offline party figured out sort of a low paw approach, but we got to hatch out some of the details tonight, I think.
Before we get into that, there's one other important story element that hasn't been covered yet. There
My
was
paw-
second part of the election.
My pa's gonna be the governor.
Yep, gonna be the chief of Riverbed.
Yeah.
And that could bring some really good things, because it seems like he could be a good quality leader. Could also bring up some bad things, because those who are in leadership often have targets on their heads.
Yeah, did we have something to back that up, or are we just being like meta and like oh no, he's totally gonna die now?
Mostly meta.
Okay.
I mean, not really. It's a hard job full of barbarians.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't remember if like something explicitly like got said to a character like.
Just like roll a history check and see like the history of chiefs and how many end up getting killed. And
We personally nearly killed a leader of a city. We did that.
Yeah. True.
We spared him on a fluke.
I don't know anything about that.
Does that happen often? We've done it.
That's true. Yeah, I guess he's.
Is that a meta thing?
Where did he go?
You're right.
Where did Silverbeard go? I don't remember.
You did fake the death of a chief and snuck him out, so.
Mm-hmm. And
Maybe
I also
those guys will do that.
Hunter also did
like
a lot.
Little pansy baby too. He was a little pansy baby that we smuggled out.
Where did we send Silverbeard? I don't remember.
He went back up the river towards Orflow into the Iron Rune Mountains where the other Silverbeards are.
Oh, okay.
Now Hunter also did a lot of, alongside the campaigning, also did a lot of recruitment for like the cabinet. So hopefully there are enough people in there to feel a part of it and to have their voices heard to where they don't feel like they need to stage a coup. And security. We talked to security teams.
Yeah. And Anwar gave Caleb a pistol.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Daddy's got a gun.
So
All right,
I'll talk to people. I'll give them a gun.
With all of that, though, I think we can cut to it's the day after Ostara, so we are officially into like the equivalent of April 1st at this point.
Hey.
There's no Fool's Day or anything. It's just happens to be April 1st. Excuse me. So with that, yeah, if you have any kind of leftover things you need to do before getting out of town, let me know, and we can do all that, and then we'll go from there.
Well, I think Hunter is nursing a hangover. He's got like a cold rag tied to his head, and he's eating his like probably second loaf of bread's worth slice of buttered toast.
Okay, that's a lot of buttered toast.
It's a lot of buttered toast.
But butter toast is so good.
That's what he needs.
Before we leave town, Audra wants to broach the subject of bringing Lopaw some sort of gift, because if it is something she's going to, like, you know, craft, be easier to do it here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to assume at some point in the history of Anwar and Miss Chimera's relationship that Chimera told him about the nature of her son's death.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit. Mm-hmm.
And how it was an artificer or a tinkerer's explosive that went awry. So Anwar is going to, before we go and kind of investigate that murder, Anwar is going to do some digging into the known tinkerers, and particularly the explosive makers in town, which I think his name is Pack.
Yeah. So I've not. I didn't have a chance to go over this because there were so many things going on during Ostara, but you definitely would have seen a number of other Resistance members who were there that day, including
The little rat guy.
Pinky and Helga. Helga's the one who also had a son that went missing. Yeah. So the five that are
Helga's
below you guys,
dead.
they're kind of known as like the weekend warriors or whatever. Like they're all locals who kind of basically fight on the weekends, so to speak, go on raids on stuff on the weekends. And then you have another groups who are people who are like kind of right outside of Stem Garden. You've not seen a number of them in a while. Ronkin, your uncle Ronkin, you've not seen in a while. Auric, the hunky orc, you've not seen in a while. Trax, probably in dog form, and Sorsha would both have shown up to the thing, so if you wanted to say hi to them or anything else. And then you have these outsiders who you've never really gotten in touch with for that, like you haven't spoken to them that much. I do believe Chimera spoke with Pack a little bit at some point a long time ago, but other than like since like orientation, you haven't really seen these guys. These guys have been known as the outsiders. They traveled kind of further east, or from further east.
I was just about to ask that. Are they? I remember you saying they were from the east. Are they like from the east of the Empire, or are they like from so far east that it's beyond the Empire's reach?
No, they're farther east where it's like closer to the main part of the Empire. Let me bring over to. So this whole area on the top left is where like the big world map is that you're usually seeing.
Right.
And then there's a huge mountain range, and then on the other side, kind of where there's that big red circle, that's where the Empire is most present.
Okay.
So you guys are like off on the side compared to the rest of the Empire. You guys are like the afterthought, basically. But yeah, these guys are from like the far east. They're like from the other side of the mountain range, so they're from really far away.
Just like this side, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So anyways, that's where they're from, but they've come back in and they're in town for the festivities as well. So yeah, if there's any of them that you wanted to talk to as far as other Resistance members, they've all been available and they'll probably be in town for a little while. So yeah, if you want to check in with Pack or whoever, you can do that.
I guess probably a better place to start would be: would Chimera be interested or comfortable speaking to this guy who has close connections to Knuckle, is known to make and prepare explosives, and may or may not be involved in the death of Jeff?
So honestly, one of the things like at the very, very beginning, I felt that that guy, I was like, oh, that's too on the nose. He wouldn't just be out in the open like that. No way. But also I was very, very, very careful about like putting herself on anybody's radar in terms of those questions. But I feel like getting into the thick of it, there's obviously a little bit more urgency and a bit more willingness while still trying not to be completely blunt about it. So I think she'd be pretty comfortable, if not a little weary,
So
maybe.
You want to tag along, or I can do this solo? And I'm doing this in game.
As a reminder, Chimera did talk with him once around the time of orientation. I believe she asked specifically, like, do you know anything about children getting recruited? And he's like, what? I don't know anything about that.
Right. It was either that or like an interest in blowing up temples, like specifically.
Oh, okay, for that, yeah.
But you know, I'd be willing to tag along.
Then Anwar and Chimera are gonna find wherever Pack is.
Right then, well, he's over in you probably tracking him down. He's like in between two alleyways, rolling some dice, trying to score a couple coin.
Anwar sees the dice and knows that this is a chance of redemption for the last time he gambled in a back alley. He knows what he must do. He removes all of his gold. Not really. He's gonna approach Pack and say, "Hey, fellow Resistance member, how's it going?"
Hey, how's it going, man? I mean, I guess it's kind of weird to identify ourselves that way, but I guess it don't matter no more anyways. Hey, what's up?
I just, so weird to be secret about it before. Now it's freeing to just talk about it openly.
Yeah, I mean, everybody
Nice.
kind of knows you guys as like the Flare Slayer, so it's not exactly like it's really a secret anymore. Anyway, you wanna tempt fate and maybe earn some coin?
Anwar's gonna look at Miss Chimera like, do we want to tempt fate?
Mm,
10 gold, double your money if you get doubles.
yeah, all right.
I like those odds.
All right, go ahead and roll 2d6s.
Ooh.
Oh, what a shame! What a shame! Oh, I'm sorry. That's 10 gold for me. What do you know?
Double or nothing.
What do you
Double or nothing.
know?
Don't go on tilt, Anwar. Don't do it.
One more.
20 gold. Let's see it. Oh, what a shame. 20 gold for me.
Wait,
Oh,
I have a question here. What's the goal? Like, what am I trying to roll?
You're trying to roll doubles.
I'm trying to roll doubles. Oh, fuck that. One. Just one.
Wait, doubles or evens?
Fuck.
Doubles.
That was
Oh,
close.
I was never gonna get it.
All right. I'm out. I'm out.
Oh,
That's
what
terrible.
a shame.
I thought I just had to roll even. All right. Well, listen,
Now that you got
Pac,
plenty
I
of
had
coin.
now that you have enough
Give
gold
40
to,
more
you know,
gold.
treat everyone to lunch. I wanted to ask you about your trade, your particular style of weaponry.
Oh, yeah? What do you want to know?
Well, you use explosives, correct?
Yeah. All sorts of kinds.
What are some of the things that you use?
Well, there's kind of two kinds, really. I got this kind of pressure cooker thing here. And he kind of brings out a box. Like, this is kind of a more, crude design, but, it works pretty well, gets the job done. It's basically like a wooden box with, like, some nails and stuff kind of sticking out the edge. And he's like, so that's one way of doing it. And then you got your other way that's kind of like your alchemist explosive here. And it's all chemical based, Like you have this little tube here, and then you got two chemicals, right? But then when you crash the glass together, it goes boom, because both the chemicals hit each other. And then like a whole bunch of fire goes out, and then people are like, oh, the humanity!
Now, are you, for the first one, are you using black powder, explosive powder for that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and then we got this little magnetic thing here that like sparks a charge and everything. It's simple, but it works.
Speaking of black powder, have you ever used one of these before? And Anwar's going to use minor illusion, and he's going to cast like a 3D spinning version of the gun.
Oh man, that's kind of like a really advanced version of one of my boxes. Those are really hard to make.
You ever seen one before?
I've seen designs for them, but I didn't think it could be done.
Apparently so.
Well, bigger mind than mine anyway, but look at me, rat brain and all,
You're pretty clever for, what you are.
Oh, well, thanks.
Seems quite effective.
Listen, we're headed towards the south, kind of near Empire territory, and we could use whatever, any advantages and any information we can. Have you ever, and Anwar's going to describe the type of explosive that Jeff was carrying. Is it more like the box that he showed?
Yeah, it's more like the box that he showed.
Have you been...
Yeah, it also comes in pipe form, Either pipes or boxes, both work.
When we were active in this area in the last couple months, were you making these and shipping them out across all over the area, the region, or?
No, I was going around. All of us, actually, a whole crew was going around to different camps, and I would use the explosives, to put out a hole in the walls, and, that way we go in there and ambush that way,
You said your whole crew. Are there others that use your style?
Nah, that's kind of my thing. But no, I roll with a crew of 5 guys, and we all, well, one's a chick, but you know, we call ourselves the 5 guys, you know, and we all do pretty well. But hey, speaking of which, actually, there's a member of our crew, the Tiefling. He ain't been seen in a while. We were hoping that maybe he would have linked up back here, but we haven't seen him in a number of months now. Probably not since the new year.
Where was he seen last?
This would have been closer to where the Empire's still at, down south. We last saw him in, I don't know what city they're calling it now, but it used to be called Gangleton. And we was down there, and then we were separated, and we thought that we'd be linking back up at some point, but he's never showed.
Oh.
You seen any tieflings around here besides your Hunter? He actually looks a lot like Hunter now that I think about it. Kind of like long red horns, and got like a big kind of tail, like. But he wears more like those kind of monk-like clothes.
Oh, interesting. No, I
But
don't.
otherwise,
I don't think
I
we've
mean,
run
he
into
got a little
really-
goatee. I guess your Hunter doesn't really have a goatee like that, but otherwise, they look pretty similar.
Angleton.
We haven't run into anymore, really.
Well, if you see him, let him know that we're looking for him. All right, we've been looking for him since the new year.
What's his name?
Asking me the things that I should know. Hold on, real quick.
We're looking for a guy. Had name? Doesn't have one.
He does have a name. I just haven't looked it up in
He
forever.
is our tiefling. Hold on, hold on. Wait.
Folder.
Wait. I might have this.
Oh, I'm almost finding it.
It's like 40 pages here. Wait for it.
Alex!
God damn.
Alex.
Yeah, and he looks like a little more goth, kind of. He's like, got kind of like that black hair that droops down over his face and all. You know, those moody types.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that. Our hunter was goth for a little while. He had, pale silver skin and glowing green eyes. But he grew out of it, so.
It was a phase.
Let him join the Black Parade next time.
I think he
mentioned
wanted
Black
to.
Parade.
He kept mentioning one day my father told me, and I stopped listening after that.
Is it another resistance squad somewhere? The Black Parade?
So you never mass produced your one of the things with tinkering, I'm always afraid who I give things to, lest they be used
No,
responsibly.
I don't get my inventions out to many people, you know. I've given them to other resistance members, but those are like our sworn brothers, like you can trust them. But I'm not giving it out to just anybody.
Who do you give them out to, like Poe or?
I've given one to
Olga?
Poe, given one to Knuckle. Let's see, I think I gave one to Pinky. Yeah, I think those are really the main three that have asked for them.
None of them were ever used here in town, were they?
That I know of, but honestly, we're out and about so much. Usually when there's like missions to do that are further away, that's what we go do. Because our leader of our group, he's got a ship, you see. He's a bona fide captain.
Be nice if we had a.
Yeah, you should get one sometime. Maybe you can commandeer one. I don't know.
I want to ask, and I don't want to sound like I'm accusing you of anything, but I just know that this is your wheelhouse. The explosion that happened last Mabon, were you able to find out where or how that happened?
No. I mean, we weren't in town during that, but my understanding was it had some kind of something to do with big old powder kegs to make big explosions, like in the size of whole crate barrels. I've never made something like that before.
Want to insight that?
Go ahead.
And was he saying the whole crew of 5 wasn't in town?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oof.
Seemed like-
10.
Yeah. He seems like he hasn't made something like that before.
But that is what he uses, black powder.
He does use that for his smaller box things, yeah.
All right. Where do
Is
you
there anything else I can
get-
help you with? Or can I tempt you for for another round of potentially getting gold?
How about you roll and
I
you
wanna
have
start-
to roll the devils, and then we get on that end of it.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
I would like that a lot. Yeah.
Well, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, I figured.
Miss Kamir, did you have any other questions you wanted to ask about his wares?
You don't have any for sale, do you?
Well, for a fellow resistance member, I suppose that I could give one. I got one of each on me.
Would I be able to have one of each? We're going on a trip.
What kind of trip?
Oh, an interesting trip.
Is it
Trip where we
resistance?
might need to make some doors.
We are swinging by Gangleton, I believe. You can keep an eye open for your Alex.
So what are you trying to do right now? Are you trying to get one for free, or are you trying to haggle to like get one for a really cheap price? What are you doing?
Free or mad cheap, buddy?
All right, give me a persuasion roll.
Fuck.
Oh, I keep forgetting. My persuasion is moderately okay-ish.
Well,
It's a new day.
It's a new
hey!
It's a new day.
Sid, I would like to know what happens when that nat 1 goes, though. Or Richard, I would love to know.
And for whoever wrote Alex missing, not like it really matters, but technically his name is spelled Aleks. Anyway. So yeah, Nat 20 is like, alrighty, well, for a friend, yeah, sure, here you go. Here's one of each, here you go. And he'll hand you one box bomb and one chemical bomb.
Thank you. We'll,
Yeah, I think just be careful with that.
Oh, I know. We'll send word if we see your friend anywhere.
Oh, please do, yeah. Hey, get in touch with Poe. I hear that he can do like a quick mental thing. Like, so if you get in contact with Poe somehow, then he'll get in contact with me.
Right, deal. Absolutely.
Alrighty then, well, pleasure doing business with y'all. I mean, it's only fair, I guess, you drop so much coin on the
I
gambling
was about
anyway.
to say we kind of bought these anyway.
Alrighty then, well, good day to you all. And he's gonna bugger off.
Can I
So he
throw
did
out a
give explosives to
theory?
Nickel.
He did, but he also gave one to Poe. And I'm not shifting blame. I'm not going to jump on anything until I know for certain. But Poe has a penchant for looking like other people, doesn't he?
Yeah. What
Just
are you
figured
saying?
it'd be something to keep on the table. Maybe. Question
saying
really
there's a rat
quickly.
in the
Have we
resistance?
ever seen Poe and Knuckle in the same room at the same time?
Yes, at the initiation.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, weren't we? Did he induct us?
Look, I just want to make sure.
Honestly,
So,
fair
while we're
question.
doing that, what are Hunter and Audra doing?
I think Hunter's going to be spending a lot of the time getting his wagon and ox situation situated and seeing about how much shine he could get from the distillery. I don't know if we ever worked out a partnership thing or not.
I don't have a good answer for you. I imagine quite a lot. It's been 4.5 months.
Nice. I'm just gonna
I would
write
just-
18
I
gallons
would just
here.
As much as you need.
Oh, that is a loose term.
Not enough to make like the biggest explosion ever, but you know, within
Sounds like
reason.
enough
Second
to make some
biggest?
low-grade napalm, though, boy.
Hand me that styrofoam and we're in business.
Let's go.
Cool. Yeah, I think I'm mostly just gonna be packing up the wagon after and dealing with the hangover. So
Okay. Audra, what are you doing during these day or two, gearing up for heading over to Lopaw?
Well, generally speaking, now that, her mom can be back in town and be safe, just, checking in, making sure things good there, making sure she's settled in. Excuse me. And then, kind of brainstorming, like I said before, feels like she needs to bring some sort of like peace offering toward, to Lopaw. And like I said, definitely wants to discuss that with the full party, before goes forward with any crafting of that. But it's sort of brainstorming what that could be.
Okay.
Being a weaponsmith and like having made herself a unique weapon is thinking about like, okay, what would maybe like be a shiny thing for this big dumb guy, to maybe calm this down a bit.
Okay. Let's see. All right, so yeah, you do all of that, and then eventually the rest of the party will meet up with you as you are brainstorming ideas of what
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah, I imagine it's probably just at the tavern again or something.
Yeah.
So, listen, last time we talked here, we kind of figured out how we were going to handle this Lopaw thing, and, I definitely want to, kind of preempt the duel and get in there and talk to him and try to make peace. And Hunter, I'm sure you want to do some sort of sweet talking thing, but,
oh yeah, I wrote a script here. I've been writing notes.
I see. And well, Anwar, you tried to give sort of a peace offering to his men before, and, well, maybe some sort of peace offering for Lopaw himself could help. And I've been thinking about, what sort of thing that could be, and I don't know, it seems like a weapon would be the only good thing I could offer him. I mean, he doesn't wear armor, and the weapon he uses is obviously powerful in his hands, but it's not anything special, if I'm being frank. I could make him something better, and maybe that'll, maybe he'll get more excited about using that in some other combat instead of on me.
Unless he immediately wants to test it on you.
Right. But some offerings gotta be better than none, right?
I mean, maybe.
Okay. And then, here's the other thing. Do I bring it in and say, here you go? Or do I, forge it there? Understandably, he doesn't trust us. I know that's my fault, but he doesn't. And I don't know. I feel like maybe he'll think it's some sort of Trojan horse situation. I'm assuming the Trojan War exists in this world, Richard. Or whatever this world's Trojan horse equivalent is, Like, I don't want to go in there and him think it's some sort of trick. That would only make things worse. And obviously, I'm not going to make it a trick. Let me just make that very clear. But
Insight.
Yeah, I've stuffed all of Pack's bombs into the weapon. Although, honestly...
First time he slams that Warhammer.
Is that you actually inciting me?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, genuinely. She's like, hey, I'm not trying to.
Respectfully, from this end of it, she just sees you keep like running, like another fight. Here we go.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
just
yeah. No, I
straight
hear you.
at
I
this
hear you.
guy, time and time
Here,
again.
she she sees you inciting her, and she just crosses out a note on the page that says self-poisoning sword, and then goes on to the next one. No, she's not gonna. There are no shenanigans here. Like, she's like, I make good weapons. That's my thing. Maybe this will at least butter him up somewhat. Maybe that combined with Hunter doing his face thing will help, you know? Or at least make it in a way that, like, if we gotta fight, she doesn't die, you know? Or he doesn't kill her. You know, because listen, I know I'm not going to beat him. I know it was stupid to challenge him in the first place, but, you know.
And why did you, darling?
Well, I mean, we all agree he's been a problem, right? He wasn't the best person to
Right.
back. And I just felt like, I don't know, I felt more responsible for backing him than anyone else. You all had reservations from the beginning, but I didn't. I couldn't see it. All I saw was the pure strength, and I wanted to be like that too. And it's obvious that just pure strength isn't good enough. It got him to where he is, but it also got him a lot of enemies. And I look at the other two up there with him, right? You think about Tamsin or Mazadon, and they've got the same reputation of strength, but they don't have the same reputation of, I don't know any other way to put it, but like stupidity or brutality, right? There's more to what they do than just strength, and clearly I have to do more than just that too. I just went about it the wrong way that time.
I mean, as far as we know, all of them helped make the murder tree. So, unless that was just Lopaw, but I don't think that was the
Stops
case.
the murder tree is the point.
Yes, that is fair.
That is an
I'm not
action by
saying-
itself.
I'm not saying they don't do those things on where I just mean it seems that there's more to Mazadon and Tamsin and some of their forces than the brutality, and I don't know that there's much more to Lopaw than that. And I wish I'd seen it sooner, but I just feel more responsible for not seeing it, like the rest of you clearly did.
Well, you know, Michel Marwan always said, never show up anywhere empty-handed. So, if you really, I think the better way would be show up with a weapon, but if he is going to be that mistrustful of us, then, and you plan on forging something there, which how long would that take? Like a full day to forge? It's not like, quick to make a weapon.
Right.
Like, it takes time. And we do have somewhere to be.
Right. It's true. I could do it in a day. I mean, I have an idea of what it could be. Knowing what you're making, having that vision, that's the important part of the craft. Hunter, you know this. You brew things. If you know what it is you're making, that helps an awful lot.
Well, I suppose so, but like the process still takes a while.
I guess distilling isn't the best example, but
Yeah, I mean they're action days and wait days.
point
Thinking
being-
of, he like loads a crate, like slides it into the wagon. We're prepped there.
Great. So at least we're showing up with some sort of thing.
Oh, it ain't for him.
Okay, well then we're showing up with what I'm bringing him. I suppose that means I'm forging it here, so that we do show up with the gift in hand.
So I was thinking this tactic for it. Like, alright. I was thinking like the reverse psychologically thing. Like, do it, you coward. Bet you won't. Bet you won't, pansy butt. Bet you won't, little fraidy cat. Bet
Will.
you won't. You won't, weenie boy. Do it, coward. What are you thinking?
Hunter, we're trying to keep Audra alive.
That's
Right, so
that's
I'm
the
using-
script you made?
I'm using reverse psychology.
More importantly, if she does have to go down, we want to be able to bring her back up to life again.
Right. So you think
We don't want to piss him off too much.
reverse psychology is not the way to reverse
I
psychological?
think it might make him kill you too.
Okay, yeah, that's
Hunter,
alright.
I'm worried about
crumbles it up and throws it.
I'm worried about very basic, simple psychology not working on him.
Okay, I gotta change my
Pansy
angle.
butt.
I'll come up with something. Don't you worry.
couldn't possibly worry any more than I already am.
I
Yeah.
bet you won't.
All right. Well, if we want to head out today, I could use my powers to just forge on the way there.
How? Wait, how? Do you,
I've done it before, Hunter. I've made us the ladder. I've made us the gold chains.
you don't need like a kiln or nothing to do something fancy?
I mean, I can do fancy things in a true forge, yes, but don't forget, with my abilities, with my cleric abilities, I can just make it happen on the way.
Oh, all right. I mean, he might appreciate the sweat equity, but you know.
Maybe.
Oh man, if you could like find some
Actually,
bones from his
probably.
enemies and like fold the ashes of those bones into the blade, I bet that would be like,
Make a fun Damascus steel with the like
yeah.
the
He seems-
ashes of his enemies.
He seems
Hunter,
like an
I like-
axe guy.
I like that idea, Hunter, but I would have to put my own bones into it, and I don't want to do that. Yes, Ryan?
Do it, coward.
This is what
you
you're
won't.
looking at using, right?
Yeah.
It says up to 100 gold. Is that correct?
Yes. And,
That's
yeah, I know. The price of a, I believe, I'm gonna double check, because Richard, you said Lopal uses a glaive, and I believe the price of a glaive was 20. So I was
Oh,
gonna
he
use.
uses a
He
meat cleaver.
uses a machete type thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought. Okay, well, let me look up. It's probably still about the same gold price.
Either way, no matter what we do before we scoot, I got a thing to do.
Okay, cool. Oh, it's only 10 G. Okay, cool. It's only gonna cost me half of what I thought. But yes, Ryan, so obviously if I were forging it in person with him, I would do it the old-fashioned way. I would not sit there and magically channel gold for an hour, because that would definitely like trigger him. Like, that would not be the way to go. But like, you know, especially if we're trying to save time and get going, like, I could totally just sit on the back of the wagon for an hour and just, you know, do my thing.
I was thinking, since it goes all the way up to 100 gold, maybe it could be see if we could make a roll to if it. I know they don't have masterwork weapons in 5e, but for something that you could literally do for free, maybe you could see if your god would grant you a masterwork weapon for this to
Yeah.
you know
I-
save your life.
Yeah, I will say I was already planning to do the gold equivalent and like maybe a little extra silver or copper for the adornments that are going to go on it. But I do like that, Ryan. So, Richard, if there's something you would allow for that, for, yeah, like a little more value of the weapon to make it, I don't know, a +1 or something, you know what I mean? Because machete's only 10 gold, it looked like.
I mean, masterwork only is a +1 to hit. It's not. It doesn't become like a magical weapon.
Right, and
Yeah.
that's and we wouldn't want to give him that anyway. Like, this needs to be analog.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to set the precedent. You can just start making masterwork stuff at like, boom, like,
Yeah.
short rest, masterwork weapon, bam.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it still costs the gold though. It's not like it's free. But
Yeah.
if you don't want to set that, I'm fine with it just
You'd have
being.
to actually take the time to like. I feel like masterwork. The implication is it's like takes a while
Sure.
to craft it.
Sure. So okay, I'm fine with just using the regular gold to make it. And then, are you fine if this wouldn't affect stats in any way, but putting a little extra coin in just for the sake of like I said, like some special adornments to it? Because I have like the image. I have this very specific image in mind for what I wanted this to look like.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right, cool. So I guess she can do that on the way, but we still got a Chimera thing before we leave, I think you said, Sid.
Yeah, so if possible, like the night before, I would have liked Chimera to maybe approach Keon with an idea of like, hey, are you open to see your dad? And if so, like, we need to arrange something so he's not tearing down my door trying to come see you. So it would have been like a quick talk with her, seeing if she was open with that, maybe getting times of where and when. And then the day before we leave, she hunts down Gregor just to be like, hey, your daughter said she's willing to see you. If you're not an ass about it, like, this is where she said she'll meet you. It's not going to be in town. Also, just want to stress, you make no moves on any of this shit because there's a lot of moving pieces right now and I don't want you to fuck this up. That's the gist of it.
So, prime
Oh, no.
timeline where you told her that the Empire stole her father and ran off with him, basically.
Yeah.
At some point, did you tell her the truth during your
Oh,
4 months of...
I would have had to, yeah.
Okay.
Just
so
leave that lie and go.
okay, so he did leave after all. I think... I'm gonna have to roll odds evens for this. Odds,
That's
she is curious enough that she wants to see him. Evens, she's just kind of like, this is too much for me. Evens, yeah, she's like, maybe at some point, but for now, there's already so much I'm trying to wrap my head around, and I saw him for a bit already, and he wasn't the most pleasant. Don't think I'm quite ready to see him, and I'm worried what might happen if he were to really... if push would come to shove and he were to try to take me away or something. I don't think he would survive.
Maybe we should get together. Yeah. So instead of saying, hey, your daughter wants to see you, it's maybe we can arrange something when I get back. She's a little hesitant right now. Just being plain with him. God damn it, there's a stupid face.
Yeah, and in talking with him, he'd be like, alright, fine. What are you gonna do about this low-paw fellow?
You caught wind of that, did you?
Didn't take too long, I'm a hunter after all. I've not approached him yet.
Don't suggest that you do. We're going to go and get that sorted. And hope for the somewhat best.
Right then, where are we going?
Who said you're coming? What?
You just said we.
Oh, no, not you. I meant we, as in me and the... Flayers. I don't... whatever they're calling us now.
So I don't have a right to avenge my son?
I told you what I told you.
This could be good. Wait, let's think about this.
Well, right. However, there is a lot of moving pieces. I have zero proof. And I would like you to patiently wait until I get it. Please.
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
Fuck! Fuck! I'm fine. It's fine.
No, he doesn't think Lopa is the one. He's thinking it was, Did I say Lopa? I meant
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I
You
meant
said
Sorry,
Lopa, you meant Knuckle.
Oh, because I was going to say, like, Hunter steps out of the shadows. I'll tell you when and where to deal with him.
Sorry,
Because that would be
Take him down.
hilarious.
Knuckle.
Gotcha.
No, okay. I'm gonna luck that, by the way. There'd be a 12, but I don't like that. Please. That's better.
Alright. Alright then, patient it is.
I don't even know if it was him yet. I appreciate it if you wait.
And then whatever. The
What's
minute
that?
you tell me to, okay? We're in this together. He took away...
I will.
He took away something from both of us. Remember that.
I will. I will tell you as soon as I know for sure.
And with that, is there anything else before we head off? I think we said it was going to be like 2 days after the last session.
I like the idea of smash cutting to the cart, like on the way down the road, Hunter and Cammy up front. He said y'all are in this together? Since fucking when?
Since he decided to roll back into town, I don't. You missed it though. I had some zingers last night. I did good.
Oh, I
Last
bet you
night.
did, Cammy. I'm so friggin' proud of you. You friggin' rock star. Oh man, cannot believe that tool. He'll take ownership over anything but his own actions. The pair of shorts.
I love you so much right now.
Alrighty, so going along the main trail, now that the Empire's kind of out of the way, as long as you're heading down the main path kind of along the river away from the swamp or the woods, things are like really clear sailing. Things are easy riding. Is there anything you guys are talking about on your way there? It is about a day trip to get to Crabclaw.
So at some point he was also, I'm just going to sit here and do nothing, and I was like, you've done fuck all until now. It was good, like venting.
While Chimera is venting like to Hunter, I guess she's up front with Hunter. Like when Hunter's driving, she's venting, and I guess Anwar and Andre in the back. So I'll just like trying to concentrate on doing her ritual with all that happening behind her, just like doing the thing, and just like the sound, the noise sound effect is happening behind her from Chimera, just understandably venting.
Mm-hmm.
But so yeah, I'm gonna take the. Oh, I need to double check the time. I believe it takes me an hour to do my thing. Yeah, hour long. And so I'm gonna like, you know, I have to obviously I need to fix it to some sort of handle. So Richard, what would you say if I needed to just buy like a hilt somewhere? What would that cost me?
Oh, let's just call it a whole like sword thing itself was 10 gold, right?
Yeah.
So let's call it like 2 gold.
All right. So I'm gonna got it. Okay, do that, and I'll spend. I'm doing an extra silver, like I said, for some adornments. So so she's on the back, and like she's got the hilt like kind of set up, and she's like channeling. You know, she's got the gold set up and this bit of silver, and she's channeling it. So over the course of an hour, it's slowly coalescing together, and it comes together, and it's going to turn into a machete. But you know, like a glaive, like it's like the blade and then like the little hook at the base of the blade that kind of sticks out. So it's like a machete, but it still kind of has that little piece to it in a way, because she's making a weapon that she has. I guess when it's done, she'll just like, Anwar, take a look at this, because I assume she's like sitting next to him in the back, and then she'll just like proudly like hold up this machete, that she goes, this, I will see if it works, but I've called this the crab claw. And so it's a machete, but the actual blade is like the long claw of a crab, and then the little, you know how a claw like has that shape or whatever, so the little other pointy, the bottom bit of the claw is like that little almost jutting out part of the glaive at the bottom. So it just looks like this giant, like, you know, metallic crab claw affixed to a hilt.
Nice.
Good work.
Thank you.
Alrighty, so I imagine that the music at first, like the days have been a lot nicer recently, come springtime, and so I imagine that it's like, you know, that first time you hit the open world map in Ocarina of Time, was just kind of like that kind of nice, campy kind of music, adventurous music going around. You're just like, all right, yeah, things are going good. But like, by the time you get to Crabclaw, the sun starts going down, and you swear to God you hear a wolf somewhere far off, just like, oh. Luckily, a drawbridge does not go up, but it starts to feel that way. Like you went from like feeling good all day to like the second you get to like the ferry on the other side of Crabclaw to cross the river over into town. You're just like, ooh. Just like you just have this sinking feeling. When you look over, there's all sorts of like red banners that have gone up. with some sort of like symbol similar to a crab claw and things like that. And it doesn't look like the most welcoming place. And as I guess at some point you would like catch a ferry, and the ferry would look at all of you guys and be like, "Oh shit, it's you," and just like, "Step on this way," and just like puts you on the boat and just kind of like is rowing and looking over at you guys. Okay.
Sorry, Richard, real quick. I'm assuming we would have talked as a party about like, are we sending to Lopal on the way in, so that we're not, so it doesn't seem like we're trying to ambush him or something, you know?
I mean, we're just kind of rolling in, right?
Oh, well, I mean, Audrey would have brought it up though, like, hey, do we want to send a message to say like, hey, we're going to be there
Oh,
in
gotcha.
a few hours or whatever? Can we speak? Because we're preempting the actual duel. You know, we're what, like 10 days early or something.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
your
mean, I
call.
think that would probably. That's. I am for and against that. Mainly for because I don't want it to be like, "What up, buddy?"
Right,
And
right.
he's just like, "Let's go," but also kind of against it because that's like a. How did you learn that magical trick where you can speak directly into my fucking mind, buddy? Like,
does he
But
already?
she's already,
that's a.
Does he know I can
Does
do
he
that,
already know?
Richard?
yeah, he already knows she can.
Okay.
Sending?
He does. Okay, then go for it.
Well, I'm
Sending
like,
was got Audra into this mess to begin
Yes.
right.
He knows you can
Oh, that's
send.
right. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. That's right. That's right. My bad.
Duh. Yes, Sid, I also forgot.
It's been a long day.
I know. Okay. Well, so in that case, people are. She would propose that to the party though, like if people want her, so that it is not just us just showing up early, like we're trying to pull something, you know?
Yeah, Hunter's going to slide you a note with like quotations on it. It's like a little script for you that just it says
I'm not calling
like-
him Pansy Butt.
oh shit, wrong one. No, this one. Read this one. That one's fine. And it just has some key phrases like I'll send my representative to speak to you. Hunter will speak to you beforehand just to temper the waters or something along those lines.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Ryan, input.
Just don't challenge him more.
All right. Fair. Okay, so Richard, I send, hey, what's up, idiot? Come to the gate at 5 o'clock. No, so I send, so I'm like looking at Hunter's notes. And I guess as we're like, heading over on the ferry is when I'll send it. I guess just to tie it back in, so we're not like rewinding or anything.
Okay.
So it's just, hello, Lopal. It's me again. We're on the ferry now, coming into the city. My associate, Hunter, would like to speak with you. Then me.
He wants to speak with me, and then you.
Yeah, sorry, my word count. Yeah, I get that back, and it's like, apologies, this spell has limited words. He wishes to speak first, and then I wish to speak to you about our situation. I brought tribute.
Look, you finally wisened up then. Alrighty then, I'll see you in the Grand Hall. And
Well,
with that...
Yep.
Sorry, did you have something else?
I was just gonna relay that, just so the group is aware. So he wants to meet us in his grand hall, and Hunter, he fine with you speaking first, and I'm just glad you're all here for this. Hopefully, you're not all here for my funeral.
So, you guys make your way into the docks, the city you once knew as Waterwheel. and it's kind of like one of those Wild West scenarios where like you enter and everyone just stares at you, and they kind of like start to clear a path for you all, but you see all sorts of like orcs, humans, a few dwarves, a few Goliaths, all just kind of looking over like, oh shit, things about to go down. A number of them are like clenching like either bows or axes, because the last time you guys were here, there was a fire set and you all escaped and it was like mayhem. So there's just a lot of people kind of clenching their weapons and giving you the evil eye and stuff. And you guys kind of make your way from like that kind of first base area up top towards near where that used to be Imperial barracks and now has kind of been refitted to be a whole grand hall area. And as you go inside, there's kind of tables on either sides, all sorts of benches filled with furs. Looks quite comfy. Lots of torches lit and everything. And at the far end, you see kind of a throne that's draped in all sorts of furs and stuff as well. Banners up overhead with the crab claw and everything. And then Lopa is sitting up on his throne, and next to him on the other side, you have Krusk, and you have Happy Dan.
Oh
Happy
shit!
Dan with his cloak, just kind of sitting there, kind of arms folded, kind of staring right at you guys with his kind of blank black eyes, staring at you, but gives a little bit of a smirk. And then Krusk is also just looking at you guys, just like motherfuckers. And so you walk all in. Center of the hall, and you are completely surrounded. Like the door shut behind you, you are completely surrounded by orcs, including the elite orcs are all there. Like everybody is there in that room, and you just see, you see Lopa as he is, as he's on his throne. You see him playing with something. If anybody would like to roll perception to see what he's playing with, go ahead.
Please.
But he's just kind of playing with something in his hands.
Richard, I don't know if this check would apply here, and I know it's not the priority, but
hey,
wow.
Nat 20.
All right,
Hey,
I'm not gonna
could I
bother to
save-
roll.
Could I save my perception? Use that crit for my persuasion or deception roll coming up? No, not how that works. Okay,
Not how that
can't
works.
bank it.
Okay. Richard, I know this is not the priority here, and I don't know if this check would even work. Would it be possible? You said Happy Dan's just sitting there smirking. Is it possible to insight him to tell if it's like, if this is still like Happy Dan the vessel, or is Happy Dan himself like just somehow climbed the ranks? You know what I mean?
Go ahead and roll insight.
That ain't Happy Dan's body image or body language. My brain.
12 ain't great.
Hard to tell from further away, but
Okay.
with a nat 20 perception, both of you guys, for one, you can see like the kind of black glaze over the eyes that has been there whenever Cerebro has been in control of him. And also you can see this thing that he's kind of playing with and looking at instead of you is the signet ring of Rascal Silverbeard, the thing you gave him to tell him when you told him that Rascal was dead. He's gonna look down at you all. Hey there. Honestly wasn't expecting you'd show. Gotta better respect the fact that you've been here so quick. So, Hunter, you got something to say?
Well, we're chock full of surprises for sure. Audra, we're going with the drunk defense.
Hunter, you go with whatever you think is going to work best. Smooth talking is clearly not my strong suit.
Fair enough. Yeah, I know things were kind of shaky there. Still are, but I appreciate you holding some time for us and meeting us in what looks like not an ambush. Yeah.
There's there's no crossbows or like longbows directly pointed at you, but there's definitely a whole bunch of people like flexing their muscles and like showing they're ready to throw down the second you guys do anything.
Now, guess we've got some explaining to do as far as Audra's message to you, which was a surprise to all of us. Big surprise to all of us. Audra got a hold of some of that real good Valentine Farms pumpkin brandy and had herself got her head real big and said some things that maybe she didn't mean and that were maybe a little uncalled for. So we'd like to apologize for that. As far as the other stuff before that, I know we had to get our asses kicked by some of your guys, and a lot of that had to do with just the tight timetable we've been on, because there is an empire out there still taking our land and all that, and we had to move fast, and we could have communicated a little better, and we didn't. We were all under a lot of pressure. There were a lot of things that had to move and go just right, and we felt we didn't have the time to communicate with you. So, big apologies on that. Now I recognize you're not going to let us get out of here without seeing some blood, and you deserve some blood. I get that. But if you could do me a personal favor, and which I guess you don't owe me in the first place, but instead of making an example of Audra and putting her in the ground, if you could just, not quite kill her. Take out your anger for sure. Y'all get your licks in. But settle it like tough individuals y'all are. How do you feel about that?
I'm gonna need a persuasion and a deception for the part about she had too much to drink. Damn good persuasion.
Oh.
Redo that, please. Please
Oh,
redo that right now.
gladly,
Redo that.
We don't have to pretend like that's not a
Oh, that's so much better.
thing we could do.
I don't want to know what happens in that other time.
I have to be so close to them, so there's some times where I'm like, I'm not here, I can't help you, but I'm pretty sure I'm relatively nearby.
You're within 30 feet. I imagine you guys
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
You're in a small space. Yeah, you saw a quick timeline where even you didn't buy his delivery, and you're like, let's shift that over to where his delivery was better.
Mhm.
So he's
Usually in
gonna.
the first or last take, and that was like somewhere in the middle.
So what I'm hearing from you is that you're asking for forgiveness, so that way when we do our duel, I'll leave some of her left after I made an example and shown her that she could never beat me.
I think that's fair. And we're much more useful alive than dead for the cause.
Yeah, you are. You are useful alive, that's true. Mr. Daniels over here is the only reason why you've been alive the past few months.
Danny boy?
Just kind of gives a nod to you.
That's some Cerebro will remember that right there.
Oh, you ain't wrong that you can be useful. But I do wonder, though, how useful you can be if I can't trust you. So, I'm gonna ask this once. And I expect the truth.
Oh no.
Is Pascal Silverbeard alive?
Oh, I got no idea. Nope, that leaves room for... That's not a no. I would like to intuit whether he straight up knows he's alive and is looking for confirmation, or if he's doubting me and I could lie to him.
Alright, go ahead and roll insight.
Ooh. Lingered on that one for a second.
I know.
Mm.
The way he's asking, the way he's flicking this, you know that there's got to be something more. Like, why is he asking this now? Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's got to be a reason why he's asking this. So, like, you can't say for certain, but you have at the very least the suspicion that it's probably a wise idea to treat it as if he does know something, but you don't know exactly what he knows. So you don't know.
Well, no, that's definitely not what I say.
Okay.
Oh. There are two ways I could play this, and I'm not sure which way is the right way to go. Well, that information's above my pay grade. Moves had to be made. And,
You
we...
yourself gave me this and told me he was dead.
Yeah.
Was he dead at the time that you said that?
At the time that I said that, we had followed orders.
My orders to leave him for me. And then next thing I know, the whole damn place is burned down, and you give me nothing but a charred corpse and a ring.
That's correct, sir.
I'm gonna roll an intelligence check on him to see if your spinning around works. Okay. No, wait, hold up! You know very well. Were you lying to me? Or won't you?
Really? Right? I'm within like death strike distance, so like I'm real nervous. Just to ask
Come on, face.
just
You
to
do
like
your face thing.
remember, the reason we left him alive was to secure basically an army for another fight. Is that what?
My interpretation as the DM, it seemed like mostly you just wanted Lopod just not to kill him because you knew he was gonna totally kill the shit out of them.
No, the thought was he could be an ally to us with the Silverbeards at some point down the line.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of where we left him. Was like, we're letting you live, but you owe us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The reason
And ideally, as a way to get rid of the Empire at some
that
point.
was how we convinced Silverbeard to go away. It was like, listen, if we hand you over, it's gonna be really bad for you, so you should help us.
Yeah.
But also mine being like, stop this now was definitely last-ditch effort. I am going to die in this room if I don't do this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a whole lot in that.
Yeah.
All right. What we did or did not do in that room took us on the path to secure Stem Garden. Deals had to be made, and he's out of your hair.
Your Mr. Daniels over here has told me all about how you've had to do some things close to the vest. But I asked specifically about Rascal Silverbeard, and never once have you mentioned anything. So if he's the guy who you go to when it's close to the vest, who the hell was it that kept that son of a bitch alive?
What? Wait, sorry, what?
He's like pointing over to Mr. Daniels.
Right. So if
You
Happy
said
Dan...
last time this whole ordeal was that you were doing something over here with Mr. Daniels.
Right.
And Mr. Daniels has been telling me that he has indeed been hiring you for certain secret missions.
Absolutely.
I've left you alone this whole time.
This is the facts, yes.
Yet somebody seems to have betrayed me. So that's either you guys or it's Mr. Daniels. And he pulls out his sword and holds it right up to Mr. Daniels' neck.
Richard, I'm sorry if this is something we already incited or inquired about, but does Lopal know that Happy Dan is a vessel?
No, he has no idea.
Okay. So, okay.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I may have misunderstood some information. It sounded like there was stuff that Happy Dan didn't tell because it was like a confidentiality thing, but he's saying that he spilled all the beans. Is that what the situation is?
He's saying, so last time you guys were there, you told a story about how you've had some stuff that's like so close to the vest that even the big three couldn't know about it.
Which was the Happy Dan situation.
Yeah. So to be fair, there is some stuff that's gone on between Happy Dan and him over the course of time that you guys don't know about. So if you guys are confused, it's probably because you've all been saying lies and now you're trying to
But generally, it seems like Lopal just views Happy Dan. Richard, if I'm picking up correctly, Lopal views Happy Dan as some like super secret informant of some sort, but does not know that this is actually Cerebro in a vessel next to him.
That is correct. Yeah.
Okay.
But by telling him that he will kill Happy Dan, who is an innocent.
Right. No, that's very clear. That part I'm getting.
So whose idea was it to leave that guy alive? And Happy Dan's like, wasn't me. It was not me.
We had a difficult decision to make, and we made the best decision for the Resistance.
Hey, everybody. Raise your hand if you got family whose head ended up on a pike because of the betrayal of the Silverbeards. And like 20, 30 hands go up. You robbed all of them of their revenge. So I see it one of two ways. Either Rascal Silverbeard's head ends up in this chamber, or yours do.
I think we can find Rascal Silverbeard relatively. We can do that. I think that is an obtainable goal.
Clock's still ticking. You still got 10 days.
Oh, 10 days from now. Gotcha.
Yeah. Appreciate you coming in early, but you're coming in with things left undone.
That is fair, isn't it? Well, Audra made you something real shiny.
Speaking of, Audra, I believe it's your turn to speak.
As we turn to the group, I kind of like...
Yeah, Audra swaps places, just like, okay. She walks up. Yeah, look, Lopal. We both know I'm not winning in a fight against you. That's...
We do. I wasn't so sure, given what you were messaging me earlier. Had a feeling that you were under some kind of delusion that you could beat me.
Well, as Hunter said, I certainly was. Anyway, I know I can't beat you in a one-on-one fight. We couldn't beat your own troops as a group. I looked at you, and I looked at Mazadon, and I looked at Tamsin, and I just saw three of the strongest warriors I'd ever seen. And I admired that. I admired what the three of you could do. I see that there's more to what the big three does than just that strength. And so clearly, I can't just pursue pure strength. That sort of goal got me here in this room, where I certainly could not beat you. But while I am here, I do have this for you. And I guess she probably walked in like Geralt style with her weapon and then the crab claw on her back. So she'll like draw that out and like walk forward presenting it. You know, she just made this today, so it's very shiny, it's very fancy. And yeah, Lopaw, you have retaken the city of Crabclaw, and I've seen the weapon you fight with. It's obviously very powerful in your hands, but it's a machete. Anyone can own a machete, but this is the only one in the world like this. You've seen my blade in action. There's no other sword like that in the world. And Lopaw, there's no other machete like this in the world. And so, well, I'm offering it to you. To the ruler of Crabclaw, I present the Crabclaw. And she'll, like, slowly walk forward, like, handing it.
Look over to Happy Dan. Happy Dan's gonna put a hand out, look over, be like, "Oh, magic."
Please, have anyone inspect it that you want, Lopaw. You're not going to find a better craftsman, and you're not going to find another weapon like this. And as your acquaintance just pointed out, it is not magical in any way.
Happy Dan will step down to meet you, to accept the blade on his behalf. Take it and say, "It is a fine craft, no doubt. And there's no magic, no curse. Present it to you, Lopaw." And Lopaw will step down, take it. "Well, it's awfully pretty. Maybe it's not a good a use for fighting as mine. But it'll go really pretty up on the wall, won't it?" And a bunch of the other orcs are kind of snickering and laughing and stuff. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion with advantage because you gave the gift.
Okay. Alrighty. I mean, hey, whether he uses it or not, it's still a gift, you know? Wow, really?
12.
Why did I even roll it with advantage if you're just going to give me a digit apart, dice?
Man, he hates your ass.
Yeah, we're at 12, Richard.
Okay. I'll roll something real quick.
I don't have anything special for this.
Alrighty then. You bought yourselves the time you need to get back here. With the head. Or the whole body if you want to bring him alive. Of Rascal Silverbeard. Do not disappoint me again. And he's gonna like kind of make a motion to kind of shove you guys, and then you're gonna start to see like the people behind you open up the doors and kind of clear out a way, and then there's other people that clear in between you and Lopaw and everybody else to kind of be
Nope.
like, Oh no.
It looked like something weird was happening with Ryan's thing there.
Where did we lose you, Ryan?
I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Yeah, I can hear
I
you
can
now. Yeah, we having a mic thing.
Yeah, I'm having a mic thing.
Gotcha. Well, we can hear you now.
Yep.
You're sounding weird to me now.
Oh no.
Oh, you
Just
sound
keep going.
okay.
Oh, he said Flash of Genius. Okay. Well, that helps. That's like what, +4?
It might be a little more now. I'll just ask it in chat if that's +4 or 5.
Okay.
Because it's either a 16 or a 17 with that.
Okay. That definitely helps.
Okay, 5. So it turns it into a 17.
17 is pretty good. Yeah, so it'll be like, all right, well, given that you finally come to your senses, and given that you have come here with tribute, I assume that you forfeit this challenge and declare me the superior.
Was there there was no chance I was going to win it anyway, Lopal.
Then. But there's still the issue of where all your loyalties lie. So, you can come back here with Rascal Silverbeard, dead or alive. Or we can resume to where things were. Because you're no good to me if you ain't on my side. And with that, yeah, the people are going to clear out and the back door is going to open, and then other people are going to kind of step forward and kind of be like, all right, guys, move it. Chief has spoken. Move it.
Oh boy.
When we leave the hall, Richard, do they like immediately shut the doors behind us?
Pretty much.
Okay. As soon as they do that, Audra just turns to the side and just does like a like the nervous puke. Oh. Well, I didn't die.
Yeah, none of us died yet. That didn't go as well as I would have liked, but you know, I think not the worst it could have gone, so
Yeah, but losing Rascal Silverbeard is a major blow to us.
yeah.
And also helps Cerebro by weakening our defenses here.
Yeah. I think are we in safe? Do we
You
have
guys
ears?
over to a point eventually. Like, do you guys just want to leave the city, or do you want to stay and have some lodging in the city?
I don't want to fucking stay here.
Yeah. I think we're out. I think we're camping outside.
All it takes is one drink, and he's like, I changed my mind, and that's it.
Yeah.
I think once
Yeah,
we've kind of like set up camp.
You guys head back out, go to the ferry, or I guess I don't know if you're going on the ferry, if you're continuing on your way like towards south, or if you're gonna head towards Orflo, or what are you guys doing?
Well, I think that's what we got to figure out, right?
All right. Well, yeah. Anyways, you guys get outside the city to a point where you can talk without being heard.
All right. I think we need to fill Mazadon in on where we are, what the situation is. Because if he's going to act, I think we have a 10-day window before shit starts breaking down again. That
Should
or we...
Reiterate a point that Anwa made, which is to say we don't know who all contributed to the murder tree.
I don't know if that particular matters. I mean, that was psychological warfare against squids.
No, I
Right.
think it means more that he's okay with how Lopa acts, as long as he sticks to the main goals.
Yeah.
I mean, when we talked to Lopal, he was saying he was concerned about Lopal being a loose cannon anyway. Like, he is... I think Mazadon is kind of in the same vein where we are. Like, He was holding on to him because, like, he's a heavy hitter, but he's dangerous, and Mazadon knows it.
All the better reason to hold on to him, though.
I mean, if we're gonna be wasting our time bouncing between what we need to do and keeping him off our asses, then is it really worth it?
Just don't understand why you told him that we spared him.
Oh, he knew, man. The look in his eyes, he knew. If
But
he
you're
didn't
good at
know,
lying.
all right. I can't lie to you good enough for you to think you don't have 2 feet.
Maybe you could. You're very good at lying.
Audra looks down at her feet for a second.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, but he knows facts. Maybe I could have pulled some bullshit out, but like, I thought the jig was up, so I was just trying to divert pressure.
For what it's worth, Hunter, we don't know how much Cerebro via... I almost called him Dirty Dan. That is not the right name.
Yeah.
We don't know how much Cerebro told him via Happy Dan, so
Went by Dirty Dan in college.
I understand why you said what you said.
Yeah.
The issue
And-
now is that if we give over Rascal Silverbeard, or take him because he won't want to go willingly, then we lose whatever chance we had in alliance with the Silverbeards, which
Right.
strengthens Cerebro's position, which is what his plan was the entire time. And we walked right into it.
Yeah. Now we can go to Silverbeard and ask him if there's a double we could use, or an enemy of his that looks enough like him where we could take his head. But I mean, I assume somewhere down the line he's going to find out anyway. Hopefully far enough down the line where we're far from trouble. I mean, we have some options. Not a whole lot, but we got them. Can talk to Mazadon. We can see if Silverbeard has a double. We can bring in the real thing.
I think... Didn't he have doubles, Richard?
No, we faked a double.
Oh, right.
And there was like a charred corpse. It didn't
Right,
look that-
right. That's what I'm thinking.
Saying that we killed a double would have been smart to get us out of what happened.
Now, this is a crazy idea. We could see how Poe would like to be living his dwarven royalty for a few months. Hey, Poe, you ever want to run an army?
We just can't go one day without making our position worse, can we?
No.
I mean, wouldn't dream of it.
Just be nice. If
I don't know if it's worse so much as just... We're still on that plateau.
Oh.
Well,
No one
go
has
ahead
to
and-
die in a duel. Silverbeard issue. We're neutralized.
Well,
Barely.
we had a plan to get out of the duel. And
Well-
now we're...
Now we got 3 plans to work with.
To be...
That's a net gain.
I doubt there would be any sparing, but the duel is still on if we don't have Silverbeard. Those were his terms.
It's not really... Well, go ahead.
No.
And let's blow through the Mazadon one first. Let's
If
go
we
ahead
do-
and send him
yeah.
ascending and see if he can call off his
And
wild
see
dog.
if he isn't just like,
Let's cross
Okay.
that off the list real quick.
Well, can we, where's our quick link? Can we get them to send a letter?
I can just send.
Well, yeah, but this is complicated for 25 words.
I don't... We don't know where he is, do we? And we don't
Twig?
know where our quicklink friend is,
He's-
right?
he's
Can message
probably
Twig.
way up- He's probably way up north, over at the
Mhm.
Fertile Crescent where you last saw him. But
Yeah.
even sending a raven over, that would be days to hear from him and then back.
Mm-hmm.
I could message Twig.
Can we get one of those Game of Thrones ravens
Oh,
that go
there's
as quickly as we
Twig.
need him to?
Wig is pretty darn fast.
The plot armor ravens.
He's literally faster than a raven.
Yeah, that's what Andrew was saying. Was we get Twig, the quick
It
one.
would still be several days of him going and then him coming back.
Yes,
Right.
but
You can
it's
go-
if it doesn't seem like something we can use in ascending, but otherwise I still have spell slots. We can do it as ascending.
I think you
Our
can go
cons-
100 miles a day. That's still like 4 days to Riverbed and back.
Because our concern was we got to get over here to Lopa real quick, and then it went from okay, we got here quick to okay, now we're waiting around for X amount of days.
Well, I mean, we'd certainly want to. Okay, so if we send to Mazadon to tell him, like,
Anyway, you can get your boy off our backs
Yeah,
for
I
10
can
days.
I can condense
Pretty awesome.
this into 25 words. Like I can do it, or I could use a level 4 slot, and if we're doing the
Well-
extra word thing.
It's more than get him off our back for 10 days.
yeah,
Right,
this is
no,
like,
it's-
what do we do
it's-
about Lopaw?
Well, it's
And
basically
then-
to just give an example of how I could condense it. It would be something like Richard Lopaw is aware of the. I'm sorry, not Lopaw. Mazadon is aware of the duel and everything, correct?
I don't think so.
Oh,
You
no.
guys haven't seen him since like early on in the time skip.
You
Okay.
even made sure when we did mention the issue to him, you're like, he does not know. Like he so last
Right,
we
but
heard,
the
he
public
does not
challenge
know.
happened after that, which is why I didn't
That's-
know if he would have heard.
Riverbed, he's far away from
Okay.
Riverbed. He's way up north.
Lopaw issue is bad.
I mean,
What do?
No, I mean, I was just gonna give. It would be something like, it would be something like, so to give the example, right? Just the example, 25 words, like, tensions not quite eased with Lopaw. He wants the head of another resistance ally. Seems like no good choice here.
I mean, ally's a strong word, but
Yeah, I
Well,
would
it's a
just
very
say
strong word.
asset?
Asset ally. Well, okay, we can swap that word, but that's
Mhm.
the idea. What do you recommend, or what can you do? What should we do? Would be the last couple words there.
Yeah. And then if we can get. And then if we can signal Twig to get him a message to bring longer correspondence.
My
Then we can-
concern-
Before you do any of that, the response.
Oh, Richard, I don't know if we were officially sending that or not. That was just hypothetically. This is what could be sent. But
Yeah,
if we're
I want to hear
doing
that. concern.
it's a real big lying by omission thing.
Yeah,
We're
we're
not
not giving any
explaining how
context.
much we fucked up. We're just saying your boy is going crazy, and he's gonna be
Right,
like,
which I
"What's
don't think
going
is-
on?"
I don't think is fair. Which
No.
is why I think if we draw out a long form thing and send it via Twig, so like he has a heads up so he can like start formulating something. And then we have Twig showing up to send out like a longer form message. And then we're right over here by the Ironroot Mountains. We can
All right, so in this version where we get Twig and he finds us, and then we give
Yeah.
him a really long piece of paper, and then he runs exactly to where Mazadon is in a couple days, and then he gives the message to Mazadon, and then what?
and then we'd have Twig meet us back at Ironroot Mountains. We could still check in daily. I mean, I'm just trying to get as much information to Mazadon as possible, which is also possibly a bad idea because that's our plans in writing, but we think we're on the same page, so hopefully that'll be safe.
I would say let's tell the truth to Mazadon.
Mm-hmm.
Let's maybe massage the truth for Lopaw, but also in this best case scenario, if Twig goes up there, delivers our nice next American novel of everything that we've done wrong, and then comes back, he'll say, "Here's Mazadon's response," and then we're gonna take this piece of paper and show it to Lopaw, and he's like, "Dang it, I can't
Why would
do
we
what I want."
show? We would not show anything.
That's
From
what I'm
my
saying, though.
understanding,
What's the next part of this plan?
well, I
Like, what
mean,
are we hoping
well,
for?
but also like with the time crunch, like
So we gotta
Right.
use sending.
Like we would get
Is-
right. We do need to use sending, and
To
we
check
have
in.
this 10-day crunch. Well, let's
Okay,
just do
so
sending.
while we're not just going to be sitting on our thumbs. We would need to go to Ironroot Mountains and see what we can do from the Silverbeard point, right? Because like I don't assume Mazadon would just send a missive to Lopaw like, "Hey, you cut that out." He thinks he's a danger, so I am sure if he's able to do anything, it would be in the blood and blades section of things.
My well here my thought with the timetable is that we have 10 days. I don't know
Mhm.
mathematically how long it takes Twig to do his thing, but
Mhm.
Like about 4 days to run up there
Okay.
and back.
so I'm sorry, 4 all in, Richard, or 4 each way?
Round trip.
4 round trip,
Okay.
maybe a little bit more because you guys are in Crabclaw. I just did from Riverbed up to the mountain of the Fertile Crescent and back, and
Okay.
that was 400 miles.
Because that's just for communication. But
Mhm.
then we're left with the difference as far as what we can actually do. You know what I mean? Like then
Right.
that gives us 6 days to actually do something.
and the group of his forces down. Like what? What are you?
Yeah,
expecting?
what? That's my question. Is what like? So Mazadon responds. Is he giving us a permission slip to kill Lopaw? Like, what exactly is?
Right.
We
like
can't do that.
we don't
We
know what he's gonna
can't,
say back.
Like we can't. That's a room full of people that already want us dead for
Yes.
taking their revenge away.
Right.
Okay, so we've scrapped that idea. That's off the table. That's
Yeah.
unfeasible.
Like
Okay.
we gave a whole kingdom or whole area over to like a mind flayer because we didn't want to go against an army. I don't want to go against this one either.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay, so we look at the Silverbeard options. We can we can sneak Poe in as Silverbeard and take the real Silverbeard. We can work with Silverbeard to see if we can get an enemy or just an unfortunate soul to bring as Silverbeard. If there are other ideas, we could have Silverbeard lead his revenge and bring him back into Crabclaw?
Thing.
What?
We don't know how Happy Dan quotes is with us presently, and he's
Mhm.
holding a whole lot of cards. So if we bring in a dude that is absolutely not Silverbeard, and Cerebo's just like, I'm gonna tell him.
Yeah, I have a
Cerebro
feeling.
can also read minds through Happy Dance, so
Right. Yeah.
that would blow up immediately.
Yeah, I don't see the double. I would like.
We'd have to go for the real
Yeah.
article
Cerebro.
on
Yeah.
that one. I'm
Cerebro being
afraid.
there means seeing through a double. I
Yeah.
agree.
I mean, granted, Cerebro could still be like, "Oh, little puppies. Oh,
mean, it
you're
could
just
be
so cute. Look at you frantically trying to cover up your mistakes." Or he could
Mhm.
say, "Fuck you kids in particular."
No,
And
this is a
destroy
play by
everything.
Cerebro to weaken our forces in the area. So
Yes.
either
Yes.
we kill Lopaw, which Cerebro wins. He kills us, where Cerebro wins. He kills Silverbeard, where Cerebro wins. So all of these situations, as
This
it
is-
stands now, Cerebro wins.
All right,
And I love
question.
it from a player perspective.
Yeah,
Not
totally.
Chimera, but from a player, this is rad.
Okay,
All right.
question: why is solely killing Silverbeard a win? That's one person. That's not his army.
Because we
Right, but
lose
it's
that
But do
alliance.
we?
That would help.
Yeah.
But do
Mhm.
we?
Yeah, if we go back and get their prince
Is
and
there
say, "Come with us," we're
is
gonna
there a way to
sacrifice
do that? But is there a way to do that without losing them?
convincing them
If we
to
replace Poe,
sacrifice their
if we pull Poe in to play as Silverbeard for as long as we need him to, a deep undercover thing, that's the only way I could personally see taking the real Silverbeard.
I mean, until someone slaps Poe on the back and discovers it's an illusion.
Yeah,
and kills Poe.
it's disguise self. It's not alter self.
Oh.
I think that would.
And even then, it's not like forever.
That's true.
Yeah.
This is why I'm saying we're a
Fucking A.
net negative right now, because either Audra dies or we lose this potential alliance. That's we're still at a negative.
Okay. Another thing. This is another angle that I don't think any of us have considered. We fake our deaths,
Mm.
and tell Silverbeard to send Lopal a message saying, "You thought your dipshit gang of nobodies could take my head, you fucking idiot," and boom, we're off the radar until we fuck up and make a loud noise
I mean,
again.
I propose just Audra faking her death, and it would be.
Well,
I
that's the
think
thing.
and
No,
I'm
he's
saying
ready.
We vetoed that, I think. So to do it fourfold might be
Well, yeah, like
trickier.
he wants either a head or our heads. So it's like,
The only option I see, and I'm not saying it's an easy option, and I'm not even saying it's necessarily a good
Is
option.
it the
because
renegade option?
No, it's the Paragon option.
Okay, okay.
Is we bring Rascal and whomever, we go to the ore flow, and we convince Lopaw and the Silverbeards to work it out diplomatically. That's the
Oh, buddy,
only
yeah.
way I see this happening, where someone doesn't die and we don't lose an alliance. I'm not saying it's an easy option,
That's...
nor am I saying it's necessarily a good option, but that's the only way I see this happening. Because no body double will work, no assassination will work. Someone, if our end goal isn't to get ourselves killed, Lopaw killed, I mean, we want him dead, but like we can't. That's not an option to us. And if
Not
we want to
yet.
keep this some kind of alliance intact, we make the Capulets and the Montagues make up.
well, then I
Okay.
think it's settled. We fake our deaths.
Okay, related to that, like offshoot of that, got me thinking. Also, potentially crazy idea, but just to throw out another scenario. What if we say, "Hey, Krusk, how do you feel about being in charge instead?" And we coup Lopaw.
I don't think that would work at all.
Krusk
That's
really
his
hates us.
boy.
Krusk
Krusk also
super
fucking
hates
hates
us.
us.
It's
You
true.
think
it's
you
true.
think we would say, "Hey, do you want to be a traitor to the guy you like to like side up with us, the people you fucking despise?" He would turn
he
around
would
in a
be
heartbeat and be like, "These dipshits."
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's why I said it was crazy. Okay, so we have 0 options. Where are we right now with this?
Like
Or
you
are
said,
we just
we're
getting
at
my
0.
options hard? Is that why we're
I
exiting out
no,
mine
I
option?
think
We
I
don't
think
need to
that
exit, but
that is incredibly challenging, and it would put it would kind of put stuff back in their court to sort things out. But
okay, question.
if he's saying, "Hey, I want you to bring me this dude's fucking head," I doubt they're gonna both meet up at the diner to.
yeah, okay.
talk things out.
So to piggyback on Ryan's,
Mhm.
if that's the only option of keeping both as assets, allies, whatever word you want to use, then they have to meet in a way that's not just the two of them in a diner. It has to be like Mazadon is also present, another force is also present. You know what I mean? Like it can't be
Mediators.
it can't just be a thing where they just show up to talk, because then Lopal will just kill him. Like it's got to be
Mhm.
those two forces, and then like mediators, extra protection, something else there to like to keep the peace. You know, like that at least. That I know that's not easier. That's adding another thing on top of Ryan's idea, but I think that ensures at least that it becomes a talk and not just Lope. Because if it's just Lope and Silverbeard in a room, only one of them's walking out of that
No,
room,
yeah.
and it ain't Silverbeard.
Because the only option, if we don't try and do a diplomatic option, is we try and kidnap Rascal Silverbeard
Right,
and
we have
offer him to death.
Right.
Which I don't know if people want to. I don't think Anwar would be on board with that.
I think that's too far for any of us at this point.
Mhm.
I think that's a little too far for any of us.
I was only partially joking with the faking our deaths thing. I think that is like us faking
I
our
think
deaths
about
and
it more and
dipping.
more
Like,
Take our
day.
death, go on the run, escape.
because I mean
east.
that
Yeah,
would
I hear you.
that would satiate Lopaw, right? Like, okay, we didn't get our revenge, but at least this band of assholes is dead, and I'll never have to deal with them again.
But also, considering, he had suspicions about Silverbeard not being alive, I'm sure he would still have people looking for us in case that's also not true. You know
In
what I
In
mean?
this
addition
version,
to-
do we also retire? Do we not do anything of public light ever again?
What's
Never
that?
did.
Yeah,
We'd
yeah.
have to solely operate out east, you know?
Yeah, we go to the islands and just sip on beverages until we die happy deaths. No, let's head far eastern and like out of his range. So it's like, I mean, we were heading there anyway, right? If we look at
We
this
got
map here,
family though.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a later
And
problem.
he just became super prominent in the public eye. This motherfucker already knows where every single one of us live.
If we can stay dead until it's time to assassinate Lopaw,
Stay dead
just
while we level up.
yeah, and just pass that baton to Lopaw when it's time to put him in the ground,
I mean,
then we might be okay. This the we're dead thing, faking our deaths will at least get us to Castle Hill, and we can figure out what's next, right?
And to be fair, you might actually die there anyway.
We might actually die
might.
anyway.
Hey, that's the spirit, Richard. Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie, Andrew. I do love all that, but I can't necessarily vote for it. I just love it in theory.
So,
But okay, so we got to do peace talk thing that Ryan said, but ensure extra like
starting
people around.
with
What's the
telling
backup plan?
Mazadon like how we fucked up, not in like the chat where we're just like, oh, we fucked up, and then Artem's trying to like
Yeah, no
supply
context.
answers. No. We need to give Mazadon some fucking context.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Artem doesn't get context. Mazadon needs context.
Well,
Yeah.
Artem's only here for certain arcs, and like
Yeah.
it's okay. He's not here for the context.
Oh man. We need to have a backup plan, and I don't think we mentioned this to Lopaw until we get a definite yes from.
Oh, I don't think it's us.
Silverbeard.
I don't think it's us mentioning it to Lopaw. I think it's someone like Mazadon saying, "Hey, we're having a summit. Like, we can't be the messengers for this." You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, it needs to be above us saying we're having a thing.
Ooh. We could use this. Okay, we get the summit set up. Lopaw's obviously going to be against it, right?
Yeah.
We tell him that we will be working security, and that's when the hit is going to go down, right? So that way, that gets him at least to get there and play nice, right?
I don't.
And then we're in the room where Mazadon and the rest of us can murder Lopaw.
We're in the room where it happens, but
I don't know, man. Lying has hurt us so far. I don't
Why
want
are
to
you
do.
I
it.
rolled a
lying
20.
now? Why wouldn't you lie 10 minutes ago and we wouldn't be in this?
Because he knew then. He knew. It wasn't like, hey, did you eat my Oreos? I can't find them. It was, hey, did you eat my Oreos? I have video of you eating my Oreos. I can't lie
Did you
that
touch my drum
good.
set?
Yes, I'm gonna go put my nuts on your drum set. Like that, he knows. I can't just unknow his knowing.
I know you touched my drum set because there's a chip. Oh my god.
Okay, so we have to contact Mazadon first,
Yes.
explain everything,
First
and
and,
then
for fucking most.
and then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, bestie.
Okay. Quick question. I know we have a thing where we're like, Arantis, we're meeting you here, and I am in no
I
way
would
trying
not
to
mention that.
I'm in no. I'm in no way trying to downplay anyone else's like side quest thing going on here. I'm asking just for fact, for context sake. Was there a time crunch thing on getting to Castle Hill, or do we only have a time crunch because we told Arantis when we were meeting him? I can't remember.
I think the time crunch solely relied on Arantis.
Okay, it's not like we need to get to Castle Hill for Kamira's sake real quick.
I mean, I would like my child not
Right,
to turn
no,
into
totally.
a vampire and or like an army of vampires show up, but
Yeah.
clearly this is taking some front seat. Hey, this is them or us. Precedent.
I'm just trying to think about like what
So
is.
here we are.
I'm trying to think about like what is getting set aside for the moment. You know what I mean?
Vampires.
Yeah. Okay. So, step one, tell Mazadon everything.
Mm-hmm.
So shall we do that first and then figure out what we want to do next when we get the response?
Our group needs to go one step at a time. So let's
That's what I'm
first
saying. So
start with,
message him first.
I would say to Mazadon, and you can reword this if you want.
Yeah.
When we took, what was it, Water Wheel, we kept the Silverbeard alive for a future alliance to defeat the Empire. Lopaw found out, and he wants him dead.
Right. we need
If
peace
he-
between
But
them.
still-
If he
Silverbread.
dies,
Something
that
like that.
alliance dies,
Right. Yeah.
and we have another war
Right.
in our country.
Right.
We need to stop this.
Right. Richard, I'm gonna use a 4th level slot
Okay.
for this.
Basically,
What
Extra
did we?
characters.
Sorry, what did you say?
do you basically just want to say what Ryan just said, or do you want to do something different?
Assuming the extra words covers everything Ryan just says, then
Yeah.
just go with what he said.
Cool.
So I beep,
you'll
beam all that off.
Back from Mazadon saying, "Oh, you stepped in it."
That's fair. That's fair.
Let's find a place to meet.
Fuck.
Dad's mad. Dad's mad.
Okay.
Back to
Now-
Crab Club.
now,
Riverbed.
Now-
Remember that time when they said hello by punching the fuck out of you, Hunter? Remember
Yeah, that was-
Oh yeah.
That's code.
Guess what's gonna happen, you guys?
Okay. So that's the response we get
I think
back.
you see Hunter like practicing tensing his gut, like. No.
Okay, I have a question now. Not a follow-up to Mazdan, a follow-up for the group. Shall we propose? So Mazdan said, let's find a place.
Mhm.
Shall we make the place near, like, Horatio's wall or something, so that we can be on our way to our other things when we're done?
We have to double back. Then that's gonna suck.
About it does suck, but we're getting multiple people to meet that want to kill each other. So we need to
Mhm.
make it as comfortable and nice as possible.
Right.
One, we still have another problem. We got to convince the Silverbeards to exit their minds to be a part of this,
Yeah.
which is going to be its own hard, difficult process. So I think
Mhm.
our best bet is either Riverbed, which is a long shot since, you know, they're considered enemies there and
Yep.
will be attacked, or, and this sounds sketchy, but Kamir's house is kind of in the middle of everything.
I like it. I like
You
it. We
know,
can get some of
like,
that popcorn.
Take Luke and go sing for the day.
We need snacks.
I mean,
we're
we
gonna have
need-
an army here.
We could
Oh,
actually ask
fuck.
her for some fucking kettle corn, though.
Yeah, just like little bowls on the desk.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
agree, though, Ryan. Like,
unassuming.
it needs to be a neutral space. Like, it
Yeah.
can't be any of their
That's a good call.
territories.
Kind of right in the middle of Riverbed, Crabclaw, and the Ironwood Mountains.
You need to
I-
fucking move.
Um,
You guys are talking about needing to kill yourself. Kamira needs to fucking move again.
Yeah. All right, hands in. If this doesn't work, we fake our deaths. 1, 2, 3. Slayers.
Slayers.
I never liked that name.
It
Very
was
violent.
given to us.
We
um,
can't be the STEM guardians anymore.
And make
Yeah.
your own name for you.
We don't
Uh,
know. How about like the fuck ups? What
the
about
dic-
that?
the deeper ditches.
The ditch diggers.
Okay,
I
but
am not against the ditch diggers, though.
the ditch diggers,
So,
double
with,
D, ditch
with
diggers.
regards to Mazadon, could we send him a message? We can try, if I would say to your point, Andrew,
Mhm.
where when we do get Lopaw to be involved in this, it's like we say, hey, we have Silverbeard. He wants to talk, and if we can direct him to a place, hopefully a place where Mazadon and other people are there already, so can
Mhm.
prevent. I assume that Lopaw, if he goes, he'll bring his top dudes or whatever.
An entourage.
Whether that's Riverbed, whether that's Cammy's house, or some other, third-party location, so that we can, in some way, we all want to be on the same team. We just have to
Mhm.
convince them they all want to be on the same team too.
Yeah.
So can we relay that to Mazadon? Or
Yeah.
ask him?
So we're suggesting Cammy House as the meeting ground, and we are that's point 1 is the location, and Ryan, what's the other point that you want to make sure we hit?
If we can get the Silverbeards to the diplomatic table, can you be there as a mediator to keep Lopaw in check? And then we
Sure.
can make this whole region safer for all of
Sure.
us.
Okay. Yeah. So back to this will be my last level 3 for the day, y'all. Although, I believe I can technically use my Channel Divinity and get 1 back. I think it's half my level rounded down, which would technically still be a level 3. So I can technically get 1 more today if we need it. Okay. So, yeah, so I send, because Mazadon says we need to find a place. I think it was what he said last. So, sorry. Wheel got caught. Okay, so I send back to Mazadon Richard. Is he aware of Cammy House, or do I need to give like coordinates?
Yeah, he doesn't know where Cammy House is.
Yeah, okay. I would say suggest, is Cammy House 1 or 2 words, Richard? Is it Cammy hyphen house?
2 words.
Okay. Suggest Cammy House for meeting place. Can send coordinates. Need mediators to ensure peace. Suggestions. Paul the bastard, yourself. Security is needed. And potential alliance strong. I think that basically hits all the points.
I will bring Thompson, the best mediator I know. Where is Kame House?
Yeah.
Eventually you get worked out where he'd be like, I need a week to get there. Like, we don't
Okay.
need to go.
Got it. Yeah. Okay.
You'd say he would need a week to get Thompson and be able to travel all the way down to get to Kame House.
Can we technically meet Arantis and get there in that time then? So we're at least working that while we got the time?
Right now we're on the 2nd, so let's say it'd be the 8th when he could meet.
Okay.
I don't think we're going all the way to Arantis on the other side of the
Where's...
and back.
Oh, you're right. We're up here. And we got to get to this?
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, you're not getting there and back in a week, I don't think.
Okay, so the date is suggested and then, or locked in, I guess, and then Audrey's going to pose to the group then, like, well, that does not leave us enough time to see Arantis at the time we wanted to. What shall we tell him for now?
Gather intel gently, quietly.
Please join us at my house as well. I will have tea ready.
Hey, Arantis, we've destabilized the entire region. We'll be with you in a couple days. ERB.
Please leave a
damn, that's
message
good.
as we save alliances.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
assuming a lot.
Shit.
But yeah, what should we do? Because, I mean, listen, I know he's just a robot that will just sit there and wait, but I'm not trying to make him do that, you know?
Yeah, I think gathering intel in the area quietly would be great, because that way when we show up, he can just dish what he's got, and we can figure out a game plan from there, and it gives him something to do.
Macedon also in his message would have said, like, we should meet before we see Lopa.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Oh, man. This is all sorts of...
Okay. So that's the plan. We got a couple days. Bio break or
Yeah,
another little bit before a break? What do you want?
it would be helpful to know which direction you all are going. Are you heading towards
Right,
the Iron
yeah.
Root? Or to...
Iron Root Mountains. Yeah, I think...
Oh, right, because we need to get the
So-
Silverbeards in on this too, don't we?
Yeah, just establish a, like, hey, we'd like to get a council roundtable going. Are you available to meet here and now, here and then? Oh.
I mean, honestly, Silverbeard knowing that Lopas still wants him dead is somewhat of an incentive to get him to come to this, you know? Like, to say, hey, like, this will be the thing that keeps you alive too, dude, you know?
Also, Richard, you mentioned that basically they've been closed up inside the mine, correct? Since the Empire has been kicked out. So they've been too afraid to kind of really come out, and that's hurting their economy. Which, if
Yep.
Russia is an example, they need to play nice with the other villages, or they're going to fucking suck. So
Yep.
they need to come to the table and play nice.
Indeed.
Or they're all gonna die, probably.
Okay, so to the Iron Root Mountains. That's our route after P break.
Sounds good.
All right.
Oh, I'm gonna spin it crying.
E100 for me before you do, just real quick, just on your route to the iron, on your way. The iron
I think
route.
I've done enough damage, so I'm not gonna roll this one.
Sid or Ryan?
Unless you'd like me to roll this one.
This is my dumb plan. I'll do it.
It's not a dumb plan. It is a well talked out, well thought out plan
It is
that we
our-
might
you
do
found our-
dumbly.
87's good.
Good.
All right.
All right, I think we'll have some fun for us in stored after this, if that's what the roll is. So,
I don't like the way you said that.
so I take it that you guys kind of camp out, because it was already like nightfall by or like evening time by the time you got to Crap Claw. So I take it you like kind of have a long rest camp somewhere and then head towards. It's like another day's journey or so to get over to the Iron Room Mountains if you're just kind of walking along the river again.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, let's go on break and we'll go from there. I'll start filling in the calendar a little bit.
Cool. BRB.
I've gotta roll up a backup character.
Okay, we're back. Oh boy, we're back.
Alrighty. So you have spent the night outside of Crabclaw, and then you make your way along a path that you kind of have to go through quite a bit of farmland and stuff, various farms along the way. Make your way over to the Ironroot Mountains, and along your journey, you have to cut through a little hamlet if you're going to follow the main road. A hamlet that is kind of covered up by a very basic wall, not much more. And you see that it is in a state of disrepair. When you look through, I'm going to show an image, but it's not going to be this, so just imagine it in your mind. But there are multiple sections of fence that have like been torn down, and you see like people like keep going and like lifting up to like get things back in place. And even just like as you kind of like go inside, you see a couple of people that none of them look like seasoned warriors or anything. They mostly look like farmers, not much more. And they're just like, oh there. And you kind of look inside at a number of like the houses, like the roofs have kind of been smashed in a bit, and you see a number of like gardens that just look like completely ripped out and all sorts of stuff like that. And the people look over and they start to kind of like, maybe they could help. Well, maybe. So you're seeing a bunch of people that look like they could use a hero, for lack of a better term.
So could we.
Too bad. It's just us.
Too bad. It's good luck with that.
Well,
gotta
we could
So-
help, but you'll probably end up needing to get
Completely
someone
Much worse.
Would you? Are you? Let me ask you a question. Are you married to that foot?
Oh God.
So in any case, do you stop by and say anything, or do you just kind of keep on going through?
Of course we say, what do you need? What can we do?
You look over. Oh, well, they're just like checking out your armor, and they see you have blades on you and stuff. If it wouldn't be much trouble, we farmers here have just been scavenging amongst ourselves ever since the Empire left these parts. We've got no real protection other than ourselves. We've got some pitchforks and things, but we've had a nasty problem with a troll and a cyclops, and they've been raiding. And we try to hold them off, but unfortunately our walls, they do not hold very long, and then they just go through smashing and taking what they want. And the real assholes about it, and they've been coming every few nights for a while. We sure could use your help. We could offer up a bit of coin if we have. We've got a bit. We got a little bit of a chest, and they bring over like a little like 1 foot by 1 foot chest filled with silver. Like this is a whole town savings. This is everything we got. We sure could use some help, please.
I feel as if we should just help these folks for the karma.
Yeah, we done a lot of damage. They could probably use the points. What do y'all think? I'm sorry, 1 second.
Javol, I feel like my karma is mostly ish fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I could use the karma.
Ish.
Do we
Thinking
know
about
if the
maybe not.
Cyclops and Troll are related to anyone, or are enemies or allies? That's what we really need to know before we...
Yeah, are we?
Because it seems like everyone is interconnected to someone else.
Do we want the Cyclopean army on our side?
Does Lopal have a Cyclops brother is what I'm really asking here.
Oh no.
So I don't think we know of any relations. It seemed like
We need you to know for sure.
we don't know. Sorry.
Run a background check on the Cyclops and Troll and get back to us, and then we'll get back to you in a few business days.
All right, so let's trick the troll and Cyclops into going over to fight Lowpaw. Tell him your name's Silverbeard.
Roll up.
We would absolutely have to fucking walk off the face of this earth if that's something we did.
We give like a fake beard. And somehow that's our Lord Barrington moment where we roll that nat 20 and Lopaw goes, okay, we're good.
Our debts are settled.
I'll just for helping these people because she definitely needs some good karma.
Horse will help you. What you say they come every couple nights? Are they? What are they?
Yeah. It's been a couple of nights. We're real worried. We're just finally getting up the last of the fence up and everything, and trying to get things all fixed away. But they're due to be back soon, I assume.
And what happens? What do they do to your town?
They steal our cattle. They steal our crops. They just steal whatever it is that they want. And if you're not careful, they'll just grab you and take a bite out of you.
Oh, so it's Attack on Titan. Got it.
And the trolls, the troll is a real nasty type. Just eking out the most foul stench.
Oh, Audra, looks like it's a good chance for you to check out the modifications on the gauntlet.
I would love nothing more.
Is there a watchtower or any kind of high area that
Oh yeah, we got this tree up here.
Great, thank you.
Dibs.
Could someone just give me a lift up there to do a little scoping?
I scoop you in like Leia Organa in A New Hope. Hold on, I'm gonna save you.
Give me a
And
kiss
I'll-
for luck.
I'll zunk woo with the grapple gun.
Once we're up there and Anwar's like clutching to the side of a tree, he's gonna tap the side of his ear and his helmet's gonna come over his head. And he's gonna do a scan around the area to see if are we in a wooded area? Can he see like a possible path they come through?
Same, but without the.
So let's see, where you are is a fair amount of farmland, but there are some kind of rolling hills, and especially from towards the mountain region. So there are certain areas you can look over, and then it's like you can't see too far over the rolling hill. But other than that, there's you can probably see a good 60-70% of it's just farmland all around, and you have a pretty good feeling that you've got all that covered. It's just these rolling hills that you can really only see maybe 100-200 feet out before it could be harder.
Has it rained recently?
Yeah, it rains here all the time.
So is there any kind of large footprint track or
Oh yeah, you see all sorts of footprint stuff. You don't even need to roll well on survival for that, and you can definitely tell that the traffic comes from the rolling hills area.
I meant as far as of the troll and the Cyclops, is it possible that we could see a trail that they use if they're coming from the same direction every night, or do they come from different directions?
No, they mostly seem to come from the same direction, looks like.
So the mountain area, it seems like where they probably have a cave or something. Anwar say to Hunter, it's like, if I had to guess, their cave is somewhere in that direction, and they come here every couple of nights.
You want to
And,
take the fight to them or wait till they show up here?
and he said that they'd be coming soon.
I mean, if we meet them where they are, certainly mitigate some of the damage this town.
But we might also miss them if they take a different route. If we know they're going to be here, maybe it's smarter just to meet them here.
All right, set up an ambush.
Sid does have that awesome scout thing now.
I'm thinking giant tripwire, and then mess him up while he's down. Maybe
Actually,
some-
Hunter, I've been meaning to ask, do you have a flask or something of some of your moonshine that I could borrow? I've been meaning to try something.
Yeah, it's on the wagon, but yeah, got plenty.
I'll take one of those, like a flask of heavy alcohol moonshine.
I can do that. I will remove it from my. Remove 1 jar of Valentine Farms pumpkin brandy.
I'll warn you guys, though. I get that you're all warrior types, but that troll there, we done all sorts of kind of damage to it, and nothing seeing it's just these holes would just fill right up. It would just like leak out this kind of like poisonous stuff, and then after that, it just healed right up. And them trolls real bad, and that Cyclops, he just so dang big that we cut him up good, but just getting the feeling like it don't hurt much to him, you know? He's just so beefy. Our pitchforks, no.
Could I do a roll for the troll? Anything on War's alchemy or magical studies?
Theory or whatever. Yeah, go ahead. Roll for that. I guess. Yeah,
All
okay.
you know is if you want the boy's soul, you gotta pay the troll. Pay the troll's toll if you want this boy's soul.
Yeah, the only way to permanently hurt a troll is acid or fire damage. Otherwise, it's regenerating. Which is why that troll soap thing could heal you.
Interesting. I just want to double check the rules. You mentioned the poison thing, but I can't change my spells on a short rest. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure I have some poison help. But I'll just be ready for constant healing if people are poisoned, I suppose. I mean, I know it's not how poison works in this game, but you know what I mean.
I mean, I've got Molotov cocktails, and I mean, I've got the Daggers of Poisoning Mind.
I have 2 bombs.
Got some bombs, so we've got bombs, necrotic damage,
I also have necrotic
fire damage. So, if we can focus that down on that dude,
Yeah.
then we just need to worry about the Cyclops.
Hunter, I actually have 4 flasks of oil. If you want to douse them, we can light them up.
I think we can use that as part of the ambush, right? Like, big tripwire, and then like I've got this fishing line. I could like zip line some with like tacks attached to them, some caltrips on them, so like they slide down and smash onto them. You know what I mean? Does that sound catching what I'm putting down?
Is it not better to just throw them though?
I mean, a zip line will get them exactly where they're supposed to be, right?
If he goes that direction.
If he's there, but you could throw it anywhere.
That's fine.
I mean, you're pretty limber, Hunter. I trust you to be able to hit them.
Oh yeah, I was just hoping we could get like 4 of them at the same time.
I'll give you 2 flasks of oil if you want to put those in your inventory.
I guess I'm trying to yes and it. Like, if we use the oil in the trap, then we can throw Molotovs, more oil, more fire.
Well, we do have, like, we don't want to create a huge fire. Like, people live here too.
Since when? Oh, I'm sorry. It ain't a lumber yard. My bad.
Too soon. Yeah, I think we'll set up that trap that Hunter suggested a tripwire for him to maybe trip him up, unless he just barrel throughs it.
Where in the map is that? Chances
Sorry?
are they're coming from this direction, like the kind of mountainous area. That's right. I just subtly turned this into a battle map.
I like it.
I'm assuming they don't use the doors because they go through the walls.
It's a good, yeah. The village people will be like, yeah, they don't bother to use the doors.
Then I would say let's just have those flasks of oil prepped and ready to be thrown wherever, so we know which way they're coming from, as opposed to trying to, because they seem to come in many directions. It sounds like.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, so the
no
townspeople,
trap.
it's not the same spot every time, Richard, that they kind of crash through. I was
No,
about
no,
to use your name twice in the same sentence.
Usually the Rolling Hills area. I keep on saying it's the same area they come from. I don't
Okay.
know how that.
Yeah. Okay. Hmm.
I just
Alright.
think that a tripwire probably wouldn't work because they'll probably
It's-
just walk right through it.
What about a landmine?
You have
You have an
landmines?
explosive.
Hmm? Yeah, so if you can trigger like a landmine, we got all this incendiary stuff.
Talk to Kamir about that. She has bombs.
Then all we need is like a pressure plate, right?
I think one of them is just breaking the 2 vials and the fluids mix. So really, he just needs to or we can throw it at his face. By the sounds of it. I would hate to use it now, a day and a half after we got it.
Yeah. That being said, I could fashion it to an arrow and shoot it into his
We're
mouth.
going to a castle filled with questionables, but
We
this
don't
is
need
going
to
to
use
be
it.
my skull thing. This is going to be my skull thing that Grog did to Percy throughout the entire fucking game. I'm going to be like, you know what'd be good here? A bomb for the rest of the game.
Okay, we'll just unleash hell on it
I
then.
mean, we could
No trap.
absolutely use
yeah.
the bomb. I'm not talking shit, but I'm talking a little shit.
I
But
think
we
we
could definitely use the
get
bomb.
ready to, if we know which direction they're coming from, we either position ourselves to be in a where we can douse them with oil.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I could use the Echo Avatar thing as a method of like bait, like having them chase that like little human thing that's
Oh, they go to
running
stomp.
away?
They go to stomp on the echo, and it just lands on the explosive.
But yeah, our scout, like a good 100 feet out to see when they're coming.
Because I mean, she can go 1,000 feet. It's limited to 10 minutes, but it's not like I can only do that once per day. I can like
Right.
You can just do it ad
Redo it.
nauseum, right?
Mhm.
I'm all for that.
I think we should get Hunter up in that tree,
Mm-hmm.
and the rest of us on the ground, and the ghost can be patrolling the outside to see when and where they come from.
All right. I'm gonna use my rope to climb back down and climb back up though, because I don't want to use up all my charges.
Now, are we?
that good grapple.
We
climb.
want to engage them outside of the town. Yeah.
yes.
So, are we going to once Scout sees them, we're gonna make for the doors and meet them out there in the fields or whatever?
That is the case. I will need to make a field map real quick.
That's why I wanted to ask, like, just what is, because otherwise, we're fighting in this corner of what Richard has given us.
That's fair.
Okay. Do you Richard, do you want me to put us on a brief second break while you do that, or are you okay?
Yeah, if you don't mind just talking for a while, I just need to
Okay. Well,
fix everything.
what's everybody's fun, special, new, mid-level stuff they're gonna do?
I'm beefed up my dex. I'm a sexy Dexy boy.
Cool. I've got all my additional health. Oh,
Wait, did we raise our hit point maximum too, or is that?
Nope.
Oh no, with the
this is-
con.
I did
right.
it.
you
It's just
raised-
a thing I did.
Yeah.
Here's something we can do while we're prepping, is I can do my mutual death ward for me and Hunter.
Mm.
So if you go down, you go to 1 instead of actually going down.
Nice.
And I get the
do
same
like that.
because of that cool feat.
Which one did I use for that before?
So that Elden Ring, huh?
Oh, dude.
I know Sid wants to play, so I'm not actually going to talk about it, but it's real good, Sid.
Well, I know. I've been playing it.
Oh, I didn't realize you actually had started playing it.
Yeah. But
Oh,
y'all
okay.
were talking about stuff I hadn't even thought of yet, so I
Oh,
just
okay.
muted both of y'all,
Sorry,
and I
I
heard
didn't realize.
Andrew be like, "Dig soldiers." Mm.
Okay, sorry. When you would mention it in group chat about someone else wanting to play it. I thought you just meant like hypothetically, oh, this person wants to play it, not that you had it and that's why the person wanted to play it.
No, we haven't.
Gotcha. How are you liking it?
Like it a whole lot better if I could time my parrying correctly.
What class are you playing?
I don't know. The thing with the sword and the shield. I'm just playing the game.
Oh, okay. I have
I don't
no
know what the fuck I'm doing.
I have no advice for parrying because it kind of has always sucked in everything that isn't Sekiro. So
Well, I would say that first of all, parrying is out. Guard counters are in. So if you slap a no skill weapon or Ash of War on your shield, then you can just guard, and then the second you block an attack, you can do the. Are you on PC?
No. Xbox.
Whatever console peasant right trigger is, you hit that right after you get blocked.
It's still right trigger on
Yeah.
on Xbox.
I'm console peasant too, so it's not even like a dig. It's like
No, it's correct.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean you guys are playing optimized versions of the games with less bugs? Casuals.
No, yeah, the PC. Dude, did you see? I think I talked about this. So they put out a PC patch, and not even kidding. Do you know what the patch note said for one of those like issues?
What's that?
Legitimately, I'm not gonna say this exactly correctly, but basically it said fixed a bug where sometimes the game would not use the graphics card. Like the game just wouldn't access your graphics card at all, and that was causing so many of the problems.
Huh.
Like, are you
That would do it.
Yeah, it's like, are you serious? It's like fixed a problem where sometimes the PlayStation would explode. It's like, this is a very, like, what? How was that a thing that could even go wrong?
That's bizarre.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like you and I are playing the same class, though, Sid. I also like going sword and board in those.
Just
But
enjoying it so much.
I've never
I've
bothered.
got my double blade, and like I just keep pumping that up. I think I might have enough stones to get it to level 8 now.
Take some real stones to play these games, you know what I'm saying?
I think I saw you can get your weapons up to like
18.
plus 20. 18? I've seen 25.
Oh, maybe it's higher. I thought it was 18.
25 would be nice because that's like a nice round number.
That's I thought 10 was like the limit.
10 has always like been the cap, and but there've been some weird numbers though. Like Dark Souls 2, I think the maximum flasks is 16. Like it's like a really weird number. You're like, why that?
Yeah. If you're gonna go 16, why not just go to 20?
Right.
Yeah.
Some even number.
Yeah.
Ryan, did you ever go any farther in that cave with the ants that you found, by the way?
I saw the giant lifelike sized ants, and then I went past that. I killed the queen, who had a big ass.
Yeah.
And she exploded. And then I got to this like temple area where there was a bunch of like the crystal
the miner dudes.
Miners,
Yeah.
and I walked one way, and there was more of them, and then I walked the other way, and there was only what I can just be described as a giant crystal ant god.
Just raining magic hell on you.
Yeah,
from
just like
above.
it just turned into a bullet hell, and I'm like, I don't want to be here anymore, and I left.
That is where I stopped playing last night. Yeah, Richard, you good?
Okay. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll give you the idea.
Yeah, sure.
So, you're kind of like, some of you are up in the tree. There's this wall that's roughly 15 feet high, which is just going to be a red line. And then there's kind of like the grassy area, and then there's kind of like a big cliff side that then leads to more grass over on the other sides. The hill is pretty high up, about 15 feet up, before it kind of like comes skidding down. And about as high up as the little hill is about the very tippy top of the tree. And so that's probably actually higher than 15 feet up because that's the wall, so it's probably like 30 feet up. And then the tree was definitely way higher than the wall, so we'll call the tree like 30 feet up as well. And then there's like a whole bunch of scattering of rocks down along the bottom and stuff. It looks like there's kind of some kind of like mudslide or something that had created a bit of a gap in there. And so kind of as you're looking over, at some point later in the evening, you'll start to hear like boom, boom, boom. So even like when they're trying to be quiet, you can still kind of hear like little bits of thuds. And then eventually you will see on the other side, for those of you who are up in the tree kind of scouting, you will see looking up and over, kind of like creeping up along a big ass cyclops and a ugly ass troll. They're kind of waddling along. Like the troll's definitely like waddling along. And then
No. That's like a Vin Diesel type. It's not.
the cyclops is carrying like a big old rock.
You only need one eye when you got family.
I would say that on your way up, you'll see, like, for a second, the Cyclops, like, drops the rock, and the troll's like, ah! And, like, smacks him, and then he, like, picks the rock back up, and just goes walking along again. And they're getting ready to kind of, like, scout over at the edge here on this town, but you guys are already looking at them.
Yep.
So, what is it y'all want to do?
Well, I think I would have taken the time to make 3 of my arrows Molotov arrows. Fashion them to the arrows so I could launch them.
Richard, I don't think
If
I'm
that's
gonna go big until I run out there. FYI.
I'm a little confused about the Molotov arrows thing. I don't understand. Was that something that we worked on earlier?
No, but like, if we have all afternoon, I would have like fashioned a Molotov cocktail. Well,
You
I guess
can't.
the weight.
So, but you can
Yeah.
do like a fire arrow. You could do like a because obviously you can't
You're
attach
right.
a bottle to.
Yeah, you're
an
right.
arrow.
That was silly. That was nothing. Okay. Yes,
Could
I
be a
will.
fire arrow though.
Yes, I have cotton cloth and oil.
Just soak it in alcohol or something.
Yeah. So I will make 3 fire arrows then. Which. Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully. Yeah.
So were you guys wanting to run out when these guys are starting to make their presence known? Like, what's the plan here?
That was my understanding.
Wanted to use my echo to like lure them closer if I could
Okay.
as the avatar, so then it has more distance.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably what would spur them then. I'm just wondering if there's anything else that anybody else wants to claim before they start attacking this echo.
Can the echo throw an oil of jar? A jar of oil?
No, the echo can only do really specific actions.
Gotcha.
It can attack with the sword, that's about it.
Like, yes, but it would be phantasmal and it wouldn't be effective in this plane of existence.
But in
Bummer.
the spirit realm, it's covered in oil.
Done.
My
Because I think I did
his-
that. I think I did that with some other weapon at some point, and then I realized it was fucking useless.
I like the idea that suddenly the monster's soul feels a bit oily, though.
Oh.
So I guess she's gonna hoof it back this, like, in a certain direction. Did we put anything out? Do we want her to, like, go in a certain area?
Do you
I
have
know
to...
we've thrown spaghetti. I don't know if we landed on anything.
Sid, when you're doing that, are you, like...
I am deaf and I am blind.
Okay. So, like, if we run out as you're luring it, you have to catch up with us, so to speak? Or no, you can just warp to it. Or is that within a range?
Within 30 feet.
Okay. Well, what's the battle spot then, I guess?
There's a lot of rocks. Maybe further away from the rocks.
Okay.
I've got a dum-dum arrow drawn, and I'm aiming right at the Cyclops, just waiting for
I would...
shit to drop.
What about, like, maybe here, since we're more toward the right side of this town, so we can get out of the gate and engage them over here, maybe?
Yeah, if you want to like get up that steep cliff, then your best bet would be to go around the left because that's like a more gradual incline. Whereas this brown area is like steep cliff more.
Okay. So I guess
there-
she'd probably try to head him off over here then.
Okay. Knowing that this is how your scouting works, would you want Adra to, like, carry you out so when you come back to your senses, you don't have to catch up to everybody?
No, I think she would have positioned herself somewhere to be okay-ish.
Yeah. Is there any reason why we can't have like a ladder or something to hop over the wall here?
No.
Because I
Then,
mean,
yeah.
we had time to prepare.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, if we got a ladder or whatever, that's cool. I didn't know if like we had to go to the gate, make our way around, you know.
I figured if there were holes in the gate, at the very least, we could just walk through one
That's
of
true,
those, if
that's
not
true.
climb over very
Do
easily.
we still
I
have?
just-
I'm sorry.
All of holes have been patched up,
Okay.
but it took like 2 days to get everything back in order.
Yeah. Do we have a ladder of our own?
We
I
did.
don't know. They have a ladder in town.
Okay. All
That's-
right. Cool.
All right.
So I'm gonna hop the fence when they get closer.
Yeah. Same.
All right, I think I'm gonna have us go into initiative from the time that this big old Cyclops here is gonna chuck a rock at the Echo.
Yeah.
Dodge.
Richard, would we have already started to climb our way out, or no? Are we starting from these positions?
By the time that like Echo's revealing herself to like,
I did not catch the beginning of that. I'm sorry.
just get your character wherever you want to be to start this thing. That's
Okay.
what it basically goes down to. All right, let's do shit on initiative.
Oh,
Nice.
Audra wants some brownie points.
Oh shoot, a whole bunch. All right, Audra got a nat 20.
Yep. I would
Anwar
also
would
be over here by the ladder.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'll go ahead and do an ambush.
Okay. Nice, that's a 17.
Hunter still is faster than me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kamira, what did you get?
3.
Okay.
Because I'm a rock star.
Speaking of Rockstar, this Cyclone's
Yeah.
gonna pick up a huge rock and throw it down. Is going to crush the land that that Echo was on.
Oh,
And Echo is dissolved.
did he roll really good? He rolled really good.
So good. So
Damn.
Echo is gone. And I need to roll their initiatives real quick. Wow, the Cyclops also rolled a nat 20.
Jesus.
Damn.
All right. Whose nat 20 is better? Probably his.
For Dex,
Yeah, I'm just a +1.
yours is a +1. You go first.
Cool.
This is just gonna be a flat 20. And the other one. Okay. All right. Get some battle music if you don't have it already. This battle is starting with Audra.
All right. Up and over the ladder to start.
Mhm.
What's the movement on that? What's that cost me?
It's 15 feet up.
Okay. And then I
And
can
then-
just hop.
It'd be another 5 feet to like drop over.
All right.
However, if it's over 10 feet, do you give me like an acrobatics if you're just jumping? Otherwise, it could potentially be fall damage. But if you want to do like a tuck and roll thing, I'll let you.
13.
Yeah, that got over 10.
Great.
Yep, you
And
just
I
kind of
can-
tuck and roll and keep on
I
going.
can get 10 more, and I'm going to pop. I don't think I'm gonna pop the healing aura because I feel like we're gonna be pretty spread out for this fight.
Okay.
So I'll have to use my other methods of healing. So I think I'm gonna pop my spirit guardians.
Okay. How do you want me to give that? Do you want me to give you a token? Is it a aura?
It's
What is
an
it?
aura.
Okay.
So I can put it up in a second. I just want to check the range.
Okay, let me just make sure everyone else can see it. Yep.
All right, and that'll be me. Yeah, I'll do
Not going
probably
big.
mostly healing words, I think.
Okay. Cyclops here. Gonna go over. Pick up the rock. And then be like, what? Where'd it go? There's no crunchy body. Going to look over and see Audra.
Surrounded by angels.
Surrounded by angels. Gotta pick up that rock and just like chuck it. And because he is a Cyclops, he rolls a disadvantage beyond 30 feet because he doesn't have good depth perception.
Aw.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and roll it disadvantage. And that is a nat 1. And he is going to chuck that rock over to the point where it just like kind of slips out of his hand and falls down, breaks into another rock, and both rocks crumble. And now neither of them are usable to do some heavy damage rock throwing.
All right.
That's that one. And he probably gets there. Probably get to about here. That's what he got. Poor Cyclops. Hunter, you're up.
Okay, cool. Let me just... Yeah. Oh, 75 feet. Sweet. Bonus action, aim. I'm going to loose my dum-dum arrow at the Cyclops. If I could hit his eye, that's like bonus points. But that is what I am doing. Does a 19 hit?
19 will definitely hit, but not hit its eye.
What if I slapped a precision die on that?
You probably need a nat 20 to hit the eye.
That's fair. That is fair. Cool. Can do it from there. And then it casts Bane on him.
All right.
I don't know if that's a save or what.
Bane?
Uh,
A wisdom?
Sounds right.
Charisma. Must make charisma saving throws. Ooh, I bet a Cyclops is really good at those. I got 12.
12? I'm not sure whose it would be. Well, let's see. Oh. That would be
A 12's
Anwar's. Well, yeah.
12's gonna fail. Okay. So yeah, he takes the Bane. And that is 6 damage. The arrow itself, you hit him quite good in the chest. Should like go right into his heart. He's just so beefy that it just doesn't even get in there. It seems like it barely does anything to him.
Nice.
He's a big beefy dude.
Well, I mean, he's got a negative to his rolls for attacks and saving throws, so.
Yeah, he definitely like he hits, and it doesn't seem like he's done much physical damage, but he definitely goes. He's a bit out of it after that. Alrighty. Anwar.
He's gonna hop the fence.
Alright.
So that's 5 feet drop.
Yep, gonna need acrobatics to avoid.
Oh, y'all saw that was on a 3, right? Y'all saw that? Alright. So that's 5 there. He can get another... Knows that troll is coming. He can do another... Is this heavy terrain here?
Rough terrain, yeah, there. It's steep enough to try to get up that it's yeah.
Got it. Anwar is going to move... He'll move right there. Let's say right there. And he is going to use a new spell. As his action, he is going to activate... You know how he's produced illusions on his hands before using a kind of a little light emitter? So he has lots of nodes all along his shoulders and body and torso that also are able to emit light. So on one half, he emits a almost like a duplication of himself, but colored entirely red. And on one side, moved, we'll say 10 pixels over to the left, he'll make another version of himself that is entirely blue. So when you look at him, it's like looking at a 3D object without your 3D glasses. It hurts to watch. It's almost like he's made himself into... Oh, I didn't prepare it. Well, I'm using blur.
Okay.
Ryan, I want to let you know that the music did the epic build-up there, and it literally went, he's prepared himself into... Oh, I didn't prepare it. It was an amazing, timing with the music there. Perfect.
So, staring at him, it's like staring at a like it hurts your eyes. And the red image of him moves like a half a second faster than he does, while the blue image moves a half a second slower. So it's almost like an after image as he's moving.
Nice.
And he
That's
has
awesome.
all attacks have disadvantage against him.
As if he wasn't beefy enough.
That's why I wasn't so mad about losing the ring.
Yeah. All right.
And that is his action, and he will have that.
Alrighty. So. Let's see now. Next up is the troll's turn. He's gonna start sliding down this hill.
So, Richard, if it makes a difference, when he first enters that aura, his speed is halved. I guess he's already at Anwar.
Yeah, that's basically where.
Okay.
Anyway.
And he also needs to make a wisdom save, please.
All right, wisdom save. Right up. Ooh, that is an 11.
All right. My DC's a 14, so he's going to take 3d8 radiant as the angels attack him.
Nice.
Oh, that's great damage. 16 radiant as one of the becoming angels just...
Nice. Slices him up real good. He is going to release out a spray of venom. And in his mind, it's to all those spirit guardians and everything, and to Anwar and Audra. All of you are in the area of effect. So, Anwar and Audra, I need you. Oh, this is interesting. He slashes his own arm, which will do some damage to himself. But then that venom spray will spray out towards you guys. And I need each of you to make a Constitution saving throw as, just this gas of venomous spray just sprays out to your whole area. And it kind of dodge this!
Said con save?
Con save, please.
All right.
Oh, that was almost a nat one.
Oh, nice. Nice, Ryan. Hey! Wow, did we get 2 19s?
Very nice. Both of you save at this. It's freaking nauseating. But you both save and are not poisoned by this. But you will take half of this.
Tony, is your con a 14 now?
Is my score a 14 now?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So you are adding the ring then. Cool.
Yes, I am.
Because that helps with concentration checks, which we'll now need to make.
Yep. I was about to say I gotta do that. Did you
All right,
say
so-
we? Oh, blur's also concentration. I didn't know that.
That will be 7. I was gonna say that will be 7 poison damage to each of you total. That's after having it.
Okay.
And he took 6 slashing damage to himself.
I think Roll20 changed their number font randomly.
Yeah, I think they did.
All right, cool. We're
and-
good.
That is his turn. Chimera.
Okay. She crawls up the little ladder thing for, you said 15, drops down for 20.
Wait, sorry, Anwar. sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Onward, when he
You're good.
slashed himself and when he took that damage by getting sliced up by those other things, each time that got slashed, venom started dripping down towards you, and you're going to take some poison damage each of those times. You will take 6 poison damage from the first time when the Spirit Guardian slashed him, and you will take... Oof. You will take a total of 14 for that second time when he slashed himself open, because
Wow.
any time that he takes damage of any type other than psychic, anybody within 5 feet of the troll will take some poison splash damage.
Hmm.
So you have learned real quick that, like, as stuff is just spraying all over you, not just the spray, but also like liquid venom like spraying on you, you're realizing it's really dangerous to be near this guy.
Good to know.
I probably shouldn't have given away the whole thing about anything but psychic, but there it is. That's
I don't think any of us have it. So.
in any case. So yeah, you're realizing that him taking damage, it's painful to you. So anyway, sorry, Kamira, go ahead. And Kamira, you would also notice that like Anwar has been getting hurt as this troll is getting slashed up.
Yeah, and honestly, my plan doesn't change with that so much. We're gonna bonus action and put the echo next to him. And instead of attacking, she's gonna take dodge, or that's an attack. She's gonna be there to fucking protect anyway. And Kamira's gonna go. That was 20.
Yeah. He already has disadvantage on protection. Wouldn't do anything. He's already
Well,
got disadvantage.
She's there anyway.
Okay.
Because that guy's closer. We got that. And I'm just gonna maybe throw a thing at that guy way over there. Maybe. I feel like all my shit got like shuffled around in my D&D Beyond and I don't know why. 60-90. Yeah, we're gonna throw the shield.
All right.
Oh, cool. That's righteous.
Why don't you go ahead and make that a 20?
Hey, Richard. Does a 20 hit?
20 to...
Rad.
Give you a little divinity there.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's... God damn it. Freaking turn order. So that's 13 on him with the shield, and then... It might ricochet. 90. Yeah, I think we can ricochet. Or no, we're not going to ricochet at all. It's going to come back.
Okay. Yeah, you deal 13 damage to it, which on its own, like you like throw it in, and it gets right into where the arrow was, and it like pushes it in deeper, and then comes back. He's still looking awfully
And
beefy.
yeah, I figured. And I think that's what I got for this round with movement and everything like that.
All right, top of the order, Audra, go ahead. What are
Okay.
you up
So, seeing this acid spray thing and not wanting to... I mean, the angels are still going, but not wanting to further pierce the troll. Seeing, based on kind of her assessment. She's going to kind of look at the troll and give it kind of like a death stare. And I need it to make a... double check the save. I think it's wisdom, but just making sure. Wisdom, yes. Wisdom save, please, from this troll.
Okay. That's a fail.
Okay. It hears the tolling of a bell in its head. And it takes 7 necrotic damage.
Ugh, as it takes that necrotic damage, it almost like being pressured from the inside, more of that venom is just shooting out of it and spraying all around.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be a physical blow.
Nope.
Okay.
So,
I'm trying to go off what Audra would know and not be meta about it.
Oh, that's
know.
fair. So yeah, you notice that it's just like oozing more of this stuff as it takes that
Yeah.
damage. So that was 7 damage it took.
Yeah. Don't worry, Ryan. I'm also healing you.
Okay. So Ryan or Anwar and Echo both take 10 damage. Echo is gone, and Anwar takes 10 more poison damage.
Yep. And I'm just gonna. She just yells out to him like, "I wasn't sure if slashing it would do it. We just have to give it space when we hurt it at all. Stay sharp." And then that is 13 HP back to you, Ryan.
All right.
A net positive of 3 to Anwar.
We take those.
All right.
Oh, I'm also gonna give just myself a little more space from the thing.
Sorry, what?
I'm just moving just a little bit, just for position's sake. Trying to keep it within the aura, but not get too far away. Same deal, Richard. When that Cyclops enters, its speed is halved, if that makes a difference. And
it would.
Okay, and also need a Wisdom save from it when it first enters. If he gets hit, it doesn't stop him in his tracks, but they will still attempt to hit him.
It might run out of move speed.
Yeah. Well, just touching the aura, he's still gonna get struck, at least.
And it's minus a d4 on that save.
Oh yeah.
Yep. All right. So, charisma save, you said?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. He got a nat 20.
Okay.
Minus 4.
Still takes half.
Is it still half?
Yeah.
Is he still slow?
The slowing happens no matter what. Yes.
In that case, I need to look at his reach.
Okay. And yes, he is still going to take half of this.
He does have reach 10 feet.
All right. He's still going to take 7 radiant.
All right, yeah, he takes that damage. He's like he's in a mosh pit. And in that mosh pit of his, he's got multi-attacks. He's gonna swing down at Audra once, and then once at Anwar.
Minus a d4.
Yeah, minus a d4. So Anwar is still like blurry as hell.
Yep, he's managed to hold on to it despite getting an entire dump truck of poison on him.
So disadvantage and a minus d4. Nice.
I think he'd probably be attacking Audra twice. Because he already has poor sight, and looking at that like,
Oh, I think that'd be even worse.
That would be really bad.
Yeah, so
I'm
they-
not upset if he attacks me twice. I understand.
Twice. So here's the first one. That's a 25.
Yep.
Second one.
Minus D4.
Minus a d4.
The other one is also a 25.
Ugh.
Those are with the minus d4?
Yep, so he's got this big old
Okay.
great thing. Minus D4.
It's not gonna. I'm still gonna get hit even if he rolled 4s, but
Wouldn't matter.
I was just
Oh, okay.
that being with that. Wow. Okay. All right.
Yep,
Hit me.
he's a big dude.
Yes, he is.
All right, so first hit. All right, just give me a moment.
I don't like that you went to get more dice.
First hit's not so bad. First hit is first hit's only 13 damage.
Okay.
And then second one, boom, with this big old great club hammer thing. That one is 20 damage. Boom. For a
Okay.
total of 33 damage.
Yeah, I'm at roughly a third of my health.
Yeah, so he's way over.
But angels are still here.
All right. So that is his turn. Hunter, you're up next.
I'm kicking myself because we were in a time skip and I could have grabbed a longbow instead of a short bow. But
Do you
I'm just gonna
wanna
stop.
do that real quick? I don't care.
Do rogues get longbows?
I mean, he
I
goes.
might not. Never mind. No, like proficiency.
Oh.
I can look at all that nonsense later.
I
Yeah,
got
I'm gonna aim at the Cyclops' eye. Bonus action aim.
You do not, for the record.
Dang. Normal
Unless they're not a
arrow.
simple weapon, right? They're a different thing.
They're martial weapon.
So you do not.
That- Good hit with bonus action aim. You get some sneak attack. You don't hit him in the eye, but you hit him in the mouth. You get him right in the cheek.
All right. So I'll
Ah.
do that. I did forget to add sneak attack damage last time
Why did you get sneak attack damage last time?
because I had aimed.
Oh, okay. Do you want to roll that sneak attack real quick too?
Sure. I will gladly add damage to this turn's. Yeah, so 14,
All right, hitting him
20.
in the cheek, you deal a hell of a lot of damage that time.
Nice.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, he still looks really strong and beefy, but that was a really solid hit. Anything else on your turn? That was bonus action and action.
Yeah, and I can't move because of the aim action.
Alrighty, Anwar.
Just wait until I react.
It's just raining
An-
down on you. What are you gonna do?
Anwar is going to take a step back. It does provoke an attack of opportunity. If you want to try and make that with a disadvantage.
Yeah, it will try to swipe at you with a claw. It will do so at disadvantage. It rolled an 18 and a 17. So that's before its bonuses. So, can you do anything to block a 24?
I can use my shield. So I will use it to bring my AC up to a 25.
All right, put the shield up as you're going off. It clangs against your magical shield. It just had such a big swipe that even blurred it was gonna hit you at some point. But the magical shield bounces it off. Does not do anything to you. That is your
Oh,
move
boy.
and your reaction. What do you do next?
I'm gonna make some room here. Let's see, that's 5, 10. I can tag them both, but I move out of the circle. It feels like it's worth it. Or I can stick together. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move to the opposite side over here. And that. Are you right in the way, Audra? You're right in the way. Right
Sorry.
here. And Anwar is going to use his ancestral spell, the Agonizar Scorcher. So his arm transforms, the burning primordial signals appear, and a 30-foot line of fire erupts across the field. And I need it to make a dex save.
All right. Which one?
The troll.
The
It's
troll.
a lot of dice.
The troll making a dex save. That is a 17.
Does anyone
That's
else see
17
double?
to save.
Anyone else see double the dice for what Ryan just rolled? It's 3d8,
I am?
right?
Yeah, roll a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
If it rolled a 17, then it only takes half, so 8 fire damage.
All right. Yeah, it kind of dodges out of the way, and you see it burn up, and it just like screams at the pain of the fire, much more so than anything else. So that was 8. How much does he take when it's halved?
8
It's
was half.
8 is halved. It was 16 normally.
All right. Yeah. No, it wails in pain at that. Anything else you do on your turn?
I will use as a bonus action. I will activate my defensive shield once again. The first time it burned through with its acid, but I can get another 7 temp HP back, so I'll do that. So I'm doing okay, not great. And I can move now, so I'll move back one more step over here.
All right.
Top of its turn, I need another wisdom save, Richard.
Okay. Yeah. So at the start of its turn, it looked like it was gonna start healing, but then that fire kind of cinched it off him, and it's not regenerating. And he needs to make that wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Minus D4.
Fail that. He has not made a wisdom saving throw yet.
All right, more radiant. 19 radiant.
Ooh, that's painful.
Where the fuck has this spell been this entire fucking time?
I've used it a couple times, but it's con. So there's been a couple times when like it was not worth popping for sake of something else, or when I was big before, I couldn't also use it.
Definitely one of the best in the game.
It's a great spell, but yeah, the con is the sticking point sometimes.
As a free action, I'm going to have it roll to see if it's smart enough to realize that it's coming from Audra, and how like they're kind of surrounding Audra in particular.
Uh-huh.
Got a nat 20. Okay,
Oh,
this
suddenly
is,
Professor Troll.
yeah, this troll hones in and just like, you! This is all your fault! And goes lunging in for
I
you.
dare say, madam, your angels still have speed, but I'm guessing it can still get to me.
I mean, it was only 5 feet, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's gonna do its full multi-attack on you. Which is 1 bite and 2 claw attacks.
All right.
So, claw number 1. That's a nat 19 plus a bunch of stuff. So that's 26.
Okay.
The next is a nat 10 plus, so 17.
That's a miss.
And then the bite, definitely a miss. So,
Okay.
it gets 1 good claw at you, but then it just can't. That gets you on guard enough that its other claw and its bite do not hit. But that claw will deal... That'll be 9 slashing damage plus 8 poison damage.
Okay.
So yeah, it slices you real good with that claw there, but that is the rest of its turn. That's all it can do.
Okay.
But
Angels are still here.
Kind of say over to the Cyclops like, "Get the one with the pointy sword, or with the flaming sword." Chimera, you're up.
To get the one with the flaming sword, so I'm gonna just kind of like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That plus Echo. And I'm gonna attack.
All right.
Get my shit up here. Okay. So this is Chimera.
Nice.
Is your
Chimera.
still up after that hit, by the way?
Was that for me, Richard?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still good.
Cool.
And then I'm also gonna unleash Incarnation. And Echo's gonna attack.
All right. 27. This is all against the Cyclops.
Yeah.
27, 15, 17, all hit.
Okay, cool.
Flash the legs.
Something
Off
I
the
would
sandal.
like to do. Hold on. Again, things look like they got shuffled around in my shit for some reason. So immediately after being hit by that attack, my radiant longsword grows very, very bright, and I'm going to try to blind the Cyclops.
Nice.
He needs to make a con save against my spell save DC. What the fuck is my spell save DC? I don't cast spells.
Actually, that's
Uh-oh.
after being hit by an attack. Sorry for that.
Oh, that's on me. My bad, my bad. Just kidding. We're not gonna make anybody
When-
blind, and I'll adjust
When
that
it
wording.
attacks you, then you can blind
Got it.
What's the
Got
stat
it.
for that, Ryan?
Either way.
Real quick
So-
question. So the Echo Unleashed a Fury, that's how you got the third attack?
Yes.
Are you able, is that a bonus action or just like a free thing you can do every once in a while?
That is, I get 4 per long rest.
Cool.
So the first 2 are from Cam at a D8 plus 6. And then this one is Echo. Ah, fuck you. That rolled around. So there's that.
Echo doesn't hit quite as hard, but Chimera Prime hits that leg really well.
And then, because why not? We'll go again. We'll do Action Surge. Whoop. So that's first,
Oof, yeah, that hits.
second,
Yeah.
Nice.
and then Unleash again.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh.
I got another divinity. Make it a hit.
Okay. Well, and then
Alright.
what I was gonna do is I'm going to use my new feat, which is Orcish Fury. And when I hit with an attack using a simple or martial weapon, I can roll an additional weapon die to add on to it.
Nice. How often
and
can
we'll
you do
just say
that?
Once per short rest.
Cool.
Oh, that's that on this one.
And
And then here's number 2. Here's number 3. And that's me.
Okay.
Sorry.
You slice this guy's leg to hell and he goes down to a knee. After that, he's really not looking good. He's very bloodied. You nearly hack his frickin' leg off.
Not here to fuck around.
Yeah. Yeah, he's hurt. He's hurt real bad. Audra.
I going to. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying you're feeling pretty weak. You're taking some hits, and you've now heard that the directive is to gang up on you because you got those spirit guardians. What do you do?
Right. So I'm healing myself first of all. Let's see. 3. First I heal myself like this. Oops. There should be one more D8 on that. Heal myself 13. I don't know where that other one came from. Sorry, but heal myself 13. And then I'm going to turn invisible as a bonus action. My one a day bonus action, so I can just try to confuse it a little bit, create some space. I know technically there's still an attack op there.
There is at disadvantage.
But yeah, I'm gonna do that, and just to ensure safety from this thing, I'm gonna also move using my evasive footwork.
Okay.
So in case it hits me on a disadvantage, I can at least, oh wait, no, I do that first. My bad.
I think you have to for you.
Yeah. So my effective AC is 26 as I'm invisibly moving away.
Yeah, evading as smartly as you can, turning invisible, and then really focusing on your footwork. It tries to do another big swipe at you like it did at Anwar, but thanks to your fancy footwork, you're able to get away.
Cool. And I still want to keep it in the angel aura, to keep dealing that damage. But that's
Okay.
that's where I'm moving, and that's me.
All right. Cyclops is already down.
Uh,
and, real
wisdom
bad,
save,
and
wisdom save from it, please.
Wisdom save.
Minus D4.
Minus a D4. Gotta grab that D4. Max 4. That is subtracted, and he fails this.
All right. He takes an additional 16 radiant.
Oof, that is really painful to him. He's just like getting sliced up all over, chest, face, everything. He's getting cut up by these spirit guardians. Oh gosh. And he's so injured and so hurt and not knowing what to do. You're going to see tears starting to come down his one eye. And he's going to try to start running away. He is going to disengage and get up and start to...
He's technically has half speed until he gets
Yeah.
out.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, he's starting to like run over, he's like already down one. Oh, wait, no, this would be like half. Oh, he's already down a leg basically. That's not even the move. He wouldn't run away because he's down a leg. He's gonna
Crawl away.
and swing. He is going to basically go over and I guess he's got 10 feet. These spirit guardians have been slashing it up. But so is Chimera. I'm probably gonna treat this multi-attack as one big swoop to try to hit Audra and spin around, try to hit Chimera.
Okay.
As he's
I am still
spins
invisible.
around.
It's till my next turn.
Oh, yeah, he wouldn't attack her at all. Frantically trying to survive, he looks over, and I guess Chimera is his best bet. And he's gonna try to go boom on Chimera. That is a 24.
Yeah, that hits.
Minus D4.
What are you talking about?
Would it matter? It's a 22.
Yeah.
And then, like, upon hitting you, he's just gonna give it his all and try to hit you again.
Sure.
That time, the D4 may matter more. Max 4. That becomes only a 12.
That doesn't hit. Hey!
Yeah, we ain't gonna hit you the second time, but that first time will deal. First time's gonna hurt.
Yep.
That will be 18 damage
Hey.
on you.
Nice hit.
Yeah, I think you probably hold your shield up, but then it still like kind of crushes you in.
I'll just say 67. I don't know.
That's it. That's his turn. Hunter, you're up.
So we're definitely putting this thing down, right?
You can roll insight real quick if you'd like.
I will.
Both these guys seem like assholes.
I mean, he's crying, but he's still attacking. So
Yep. I think we're gonna have to I'm not going to take advantage this time because I need to move.
Okay.
So we'll see how that goes.
All
right.
You wanted to hit it in the eye. You get it.
So
now he's really crying.
And then do.
I'd say how do you want to do this, but I feel like you already told me how you want to do this.
Yeah.
You right through the eye, and then it just falls over, crashes down dead.
And then I'd like to mobilize. I'd like to kind of jump over onto this branch and like springboard my way over the wall.
Okay, sure.
Uh,
Please roll
Besides-
well.
and then
Rumble, you will need to do the acrobatics check.
absolutely. And assuming that works, I'm gonna rush over here. But let's roll this here. Dun, 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 dun. Jump on it. Jump on it. 13.
Yep, you're good.
All right. It's not the prettiest, but you know, springboard, jump, tuck and roll, rush over, and like kind of back to the rocks. I'm going to like pull out my beer and one of those poisoning mind daggers.
All right.
And bonus action, hide.
All right, go ahead and roll stealth. Yeah. Let me just roll perception real quick. Thing rolled a nat 20. This is the second natural 20 this troll has gotten.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Both of y'all should leave.
So in any case, yeah,
Jinx.
this is a smart ass troll apparently. So I guess I'm just gonna RP it from here point on. Alrighty.
Oh
Onward.
wait. I should have advantage on stealth. I'm gonna see if I roll better than. Oh wait, natural 20. Never mind. You know what? If I roll a natural 20 here, but I
That would have
didn't.
been so cool.
Alrighty. Anwar, you're also a smart fellow. You've seen what fire did to it. What do you do?
Speaking of being a smart fellow, I don't normally do this, but I want to see if you're all right with it. Would it be possible to take a drink of a substance and use a cantrip? Or would that require 2 turns?
It technically is 2 actions.
All right. Well, since no one's helping me with the oil flasks or any fire damage,
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Yeah. How's this troll thing looking right now?
It's not looking too good, especially after all that radiant damage has been taken and all that fire damage.
All right. Anwar is going to move forward and he's going to activate his arm once again, and it'll reveal his original Fire Genasi power, which is the Burning Hands. And he is just like the Mandalorian flamethrower him up. I need a deck save.
Holy shit. Oh, it's only 10? Oh, for some reason it's rolling twice the amount.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know why it's doing that. But I have to use fire damage this round or it starts regenerating, so.
Back in like session 2, you're like, that's a stereotype. That's a racial stereotype. The Fire Genasi have that.
He
You
got
want me
another,
not to?
No, I didn't say that.
Ryan, I kid you not, he got another nat 20.
For
Jesus.
real?
Yep.
Melody,
This-
take those
alright.
dice back.
Alpha
yeah,
troll, man.
he's dodged. I guess he's really used to be like fire no. So he for the second time in a row he dodges and only takes half that fire damage, but still it's enough that burns the crap out of him and keeps him from regenerating. It really hurts.
Yeah, I mean, as long as he does at least one, it's
There's more
it's
Venom
5
spewing
fire
out.
damage.
No one's close enough for it to matter.
And then Anwar is going to kind of keep drawing him back, but he's going to stand right next to. He knows where he's safest.
Yeah.
But we're up right now, so he's still, hard to look at.
Yeah.
Bonus action. That was a spell. I don't think he has anything else that's not concentration. He still has his thing up, so he's looking good. That's my turn.
All right. He's up and he's not regenerating and he needs to make a wisdom save.
Yes, he does. Start of his turn.
Can't seem to win those. He can't roll above a 10 when it comes to wisdom saves apparently.
All right.
But Dex, though, because he took all of his classes of dexterity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh!
Hey, there it is.
The ghetto crit radiant damage.
Wow. He is getting so hurt by all these things to the point where he's just like, fuck this noise. And he's seen his Cyclops minion go down. He doesn't see Audra, but he sees all these spirit guardians and all these other warriors around. And he did spot Hunter, though, so he's going to make a last-ditch gambit.
No, not my babies. God damn it.
To go, he's going to go over, and he is going to attempt to grapple Hunter, so maybe he can at least have a hostage or something. So,
Interesting.
I'm going to need an opposed athletics or acrobatics from you to get out of. Well, first he's got to see if he. Okay, so he would. What's your AC?
It's 16, but I think I have partial cover right now, which would bump me to 18.
Oh, he'd see right over that rock and just be able to grab
Okay.
you. So he'd able to grab it, but I need the opposed. He's going to do strength, and or athletics, and you're going to do either athletic or acrobatics.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he didn't roll that great either. But he probably still rolled better though, because he's strong. He got a 9. You got a 7.
Mm-hmm.
So he was able to go over and basically just grab you and pull you in. Basically, he's not spewing out any venom right now or anything, but he's basically gonna grab you and turn to the rest of the group, being like, "Don't you do anything, otherwise he gets it."
I would
that's it.
like. I don't know if you'd let me do this.
You can try it on your turn.
Oh, that's fair.
Kamira, you're up. He's
This
looking
is a
really
problem.
hurt, and he's just oozing out all this.
Hunter's got
Right.
a shit-eating grin right now.
I might just try to be a chihuahua and attack the ankles.
Oh, hold on, real quick. Hunter.
Mhm.
What is the wording on Hellish Rebuke? Is it you take damage or you are attacked? Because a grapple
That
isn't a.
is a good question.
I would guess attack, based on the
One
nature of it.
reaction which you take in response to being damaged by a creature.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see how this goes. This could be interesting. Because
Mm-hmm.
you may take damage from it in ways other than it attacking you. So, in any case, sorry, Kamira, go ahead. Yeah, it's currently grabbing Hunter, trying to make him the hostage in this situation as a last-ditch effort to survive.
I'm gonna go swing at its ankle, I guess.
Oh no, y'all! He's gonna hurt me. Better do what he says.
And by me, I mean the echo.
I'm the one making the calls here.
The echo comes sprinting up and does just slides to the knee and tries to take out a limb, I guess.
Okay.
And by limb, I mean foot. So hopefully it doesn't rain acid upon Hunter Valentine. That's +9.
That is enough to hit it.
Cool. Nope. +12. $19.
19 damage. Nice. You slice it through, and basically everywhere it's ever been cut from just goes, just spews out. All of
I'm so sorry, Hunter Valentine.
the Echo and Hunter will take 8 poison damage.
Goodbye.
This is the first time Echo's died of like something like that, at least, right? It's a new death for her.
I don't know. They die a lot.
Is this something I could technically?
Use
Oh,
out
you're taking
all the,
damage.
it seems to be like starting to kind of like close in on itself, like it's dying. It is still hanging on, but you've taken damage.
Uncanny dodge is in attack, Andrew, unfortunately.
Uncanny dodges
No,
attack
we can do.
and hellish
Hellish
rebuke. Hellish rebuke.
Oh, you can still do that,
So-
though. Cool.
We
Yeah.
can? Is that what we're?
Yeah, you're taking damage.
All right. Fuck yeah.
You
So
might explode it from the inside.
24
go.
fire damage, assuming it fails a DC 14 Dex, which
That's
I
dope.
I
Please.
think should be a disadvantage since I'm being pressed up against it.
It fails either way. So yeah, it like sprays out this poison stuff. You do take, I think it was 8 poison damage, and then describe how you kill this thing with your hellish rebuke.
I think like the ooze like splashes on me and then immediately bubbles on my flesh and ignites and just splashes back like an oil fire and just covers him.
Ooh, yeah, he's just covered in fire, and technically you are going to take as that fire goes, more like venom stuff's gonna like boil up and splash you and stuff. So you will take an additional as it's dying and burning away and everything's kind of splashing out.
Kind
In
of falling
addition to
into a kiddie pool of acid.
Hmm?
I'm kind of falling into a kiddie pool of acid.
A kiddie pool of acid, and you're taking an additional 12 damage. So that's a total of 20 poison damage you've taken now. That's
Ooh,
half your health just from
it
the
is.
poison splashing and stuff. But when it's all said and done, it is just a pile of goop, and it is completely gone. And you're alive, and we are out of combat.
We'll go over there to help him up out of the acid kiddie pool.
Yeah, he'll take the hand and like kind of hop out and like brush off and then like snot rocket some that got in his nostrils. I think that went pretty well.
Here. And Anwar's gonna shuffle out the rug of prestidigitation. Just take his shoes off first, okay? Just take his shoes off, and then he'll roll it out.
We did handle ourselves pretty well in that, but sorry about the little acid gusher there, friend.
Oh, I was about to do something real stupid, but that was just stupid enough, huh?
What
Good
were
call.
you going to do?
Well, fuck it. He stabs Mabir into the ground and sheathes the dagger and turns around and his eyes like go wild with flame, and as he spreads out his hands, 2 little doors, illusory doors, open, and out of those doors a pillar of flame just blasts out onto the goo pile as he
That would've been
casts
pretty good.
flaming hands.
Cool.
You
Learned I learned it from you, Aggie.
Don't say that. You're appropriating my culture.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so whatever's left of the goop, you just like burn up at this point, and it's until there is nothing left but a big old hole in the ground.
Hell yeah.
Dope.
So as long as we're talking about stealing moves from each other,
Like looking up the whole time, like over the wall, but yeah, we did it.
I was
Oh,
totally gonna
thank
take a
you.
swig of your moonshine and then blow it through my produced flame.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that'd be awesome.
When you said whatever you said something, Andrew or Ryan, I was like, I see where you're going for there. Yeah. Someday. I
I'll
need to
save
bring
it for
in
another time.
I need to bring in my thief character. She has fast hands. She can technically do that on a turn.
Oh hell yeah.
All right, so these adventurers finally get a moment where they can just be some typical heroes for once, without
Right?
alienating themselves or.
I'd like to
Doing it.
insight check that statement. Just verify. that we didn't fuck up.
I'd like to insight check the villagers, and now that their one threat is gone, they don't become the true villains of the campaign.
What
yeah,
we don't
after
see
the DM, you
is
see
that-
that Cyclops was actually in the running to be a part of the Big Four.
I was gonna say, in the Cyclops' wallet, there's a photo of him and Mazadon like at Disney World together, like best friends. But that photo just gets taken away and blown away in the breeze. We never see it.
The troll is like Happy Dan's like college buddy. Yeah, it's a bad time.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna follow the tracks back to their cave to meet their children, and then cry about the sins we've committed.
Richard, assuming we're gonna wrap up here in a moment, since the villagers were all watching and peering over, safe to say that maybe one or two of them would be like, "So what's up with those angels that were protecting you?"
Oh, I'm sure some of them would ask about like, what was up with that? Because that was doing like
Yeah.
most of the, at least half the damage was those angels. Those like,
Yep.
but they seem like construct angels. I'm
Yeah.
confused.
For
Y'all
those-
should gather around and listen
Yeah.
listen here
For-
to
for-
Audra.
For those that are curious about it, Audra will be like, "Oh, this is the chance. Like, I have an opportunity to do this." And for those that want to listen to it, she'll tell them, what she knows of the Becoming, which isn't much, but, at least
Go
plant
ahead.
that seed.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion roll real quick.
Okay.
With advantage.
Yeah, that's fair.
Considering they just saw his power. Its power, their power. I'm not certain on that. I'll take a 18.
Yeah, 18. All right. Some of them are like, we're going to build an altar in this little hamlet here for this god because this god helped protect us. So thank you.
Heck yeah. Audra's
That's fair.
religion meter increases.
Yeah.
While he's doing that, I'd like to talk to like whoever that seems to be the leader around here, and donate to their coffers 10 gold and a bottle of branded Valentine Farms pumpkin brandy.
Nice.
Give them some information about where they can do some trading in the future. Help them get back on their feet.
Nice. Alrighty. Well, that's it for tonight, folks. We'll check in
Woo.
next when we go over to the Silverbeards. See what's going to happen there.
Now, I'm not going to be here next Monday.
Oh.
I had mentioned it in the group, but you may have been on vacation.
Oh, may have been. I did not see that. Oh, wait a minute. Well, I just should have known from work, too. Well, do we want to just do a one-shot next week or something?
I'm down.
I could do a one shot or something.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know who wants to do it, but Sid, I know you kind of got something cooking, right? I don't know if one shot's the way you want to do it, but
It's not a one
I'm also
shot,
okay
but-
if it's one person we're missing to play anyways, but
Mm-hmm.
maybe that's your call, Richard.
Generally,
It's
you
like
wanna-
a party of 4, it's kind of on the cusp, you know?
shall I
Yeah.
close out the stream? We'll talk about this one offline. All right. Well, we'll be back maybe Monday with something. We shall see. But either way, that's an episode. Bye stream.
yeah, my main